welcome back to another episode of SDS. It's a Premier League roundup once again. This time showing up a day earlier.
Premier League roundup.
There is no Monday Night Football, but we're going to do a little special one because it's not going to be Premier League games. We're going to talk about the FA Cup games that happened over the weekend. And I feel like I've got a very good table on hand today to discuss those fixtures. If you
real
guys
ball talk.
If you guys didn't check it out as well, we had Barcelona and Real Madrid watch along, which Real Madrid ended up winning 3-2 at the Bernabeu. So yes, let's get into this PL roundup. Let me start with my co-host, star player.
Yo, one, it's Stars. I'm back. Been a while.
Been a minute since you were by my side.
Yeah, I've been on watch-alongs, but it's nice to be on a Premier League roundup.
True, man, it's true.
I would love to say as well, guys, there's going to be more watch-alongs. So tap in with playback. Tap in on YouTube.
Do you know what I might start doing? Every Monday for the week, I'm going to announce the watch-alongs we're going to do for that week.
Weekly schedule.
I think I'll make a schedule. And that way, we remain consistent. You're going to see much more watch-alongs. Opposite me, humming into the mic, we got Basil.
Belly face!
Belly face! Yes, and next to us, we got Abs Busquets. Who's
Long-awaited return. Long-awaited return.
A month away from the pod. He was in Saudi doing Umrah before FaCe. Congratulations once again, brother.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, listen, I've missed it, boys. I've been seeing you guys do your watch-alongs, do your Premier League runs.
Yeah.
I've been missing you guys, but I'm back now.
And we've seen you tweeting about Arsenal fans.
all the time, man. Yeah.
I don't like that, you know?
And I'm sure you don't. It's not meant for you to like it, to be honest. It's meant to rattle you. And to be fair, you haven't nibbled. I haven't got you yet.
No,
but
you know why? I viewed you a long time ago. I'll be honest. Uncomfortable. But listen, let's get into the first game of the PL/FA Cup roundup. Before we do, if you want to check us out on audio, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, that's all in the description below. If you're listening to us on audio and you're checking us out on visuals, come on SDS YouTube.
Can I just say that sounded so natural?
That sounded clean.
Hey, man.
I like
Like
that,
you've been doing it for so long.
Well, I guess I'm just seeing now.
It's Hasib the Sports,
Do you know
bro.
why?
HDS.
I got Fuad breathing down my neck.
Nah.
He said, I want that hosted.
Yeah, he had a good performance, to be
He
fair.
did.
Yeah, that was good.
He
I
just
watched
got
it
me more-
out
a
there.
bit more-
I had to watch him as well. That's like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, like
Watching
crazy.
enemies
That's not
progress.
right. Enemy's progress, man.
Hey, man.
I tried to take out all the wires as he's recording, but I couldn't, man. I couldn't.
And also, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, tweet us. Because I feel like that's what they do. We've got a lot of viewers that watch us, but I feel like they subscribe.
Bro, we're on 261k, man. Get us to 300k by
Let's
the
get
end
that
of the year. How about that?
Come on, man.
300.
Free bills, man. Come on, let's go, man.
But let's get into this PL and FA Cup roundup. I think it's only right. We start with your team,
No.
the Coventry Manchester United game, because that was a blockbuster fixture. 3-3 on penalties.
Yeah.
You ended up winning.
Yeah.
At the time when you're 3-0 up, 60th minute, you're thinking, oh, we've got this in the
But
bag.
you needed me, so you didn't see my tweet.
Oh, yeah,
I
exactly.
said, El Capitan, the city, I'll see you again.
And it's
I'll
not.
see you in the final
you know
again.
what? It's not just you. Everyone tweeted. All the Man United fans.
Yeah.
Everyone tweeted.
Yeah.
Liverpool put Rider Storm 60th minute, like 67th minute.
Yeah.
I understand. You was cruising.
Come on, it's
You was
comfortable.
cruising. I was like, oh, McTominay scored. Nice, beautiful ball by Dollar.
Yeah.
Except Maguire, free header, perfect. Looked like a striker out there.
Yeah.
Bruno, can't lie, did not see his goal.
I think I hear it because they're 2-0 up.
I was 2-0 up.
game's
I
done.
switched on
Cruising.
Liverpool Fulham. It was 1-1 at the time. I said, it's good.
That's fair enough.
But I hear it.
And then when did you tune back into the game?
Bro, I went on Twitter, just randomly saw, what was it called? Who's called the second one?
For commentary?
Yeah.
O'Hara.
I just saw.
O'Hare, sorry.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's all the hate watchers.
They all started popping up.
They were like, oh my God, it could happen.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I saw 3-0. I checked. I said, oh no, 3-2. I messaged a couple of my boys that were at the game. I was like, so how did this happen? Then obviously I tuned in. So Al Hajj, right?
The moment you start watching 3-2, we start watching 3-2.
Yeah, bro.
we
Bro, there's
start
no
watching
point.
3-2.
Like, because wallahi, yeah, me being honest, in my life, I thought, yeah, Man United are not great. No, man, Man United are shit. But this is Coventry that are 8th in their league. I'm thinking, it's a day out. It's a day out. For me, it was a day out for them.
Yeah.
3-0, I'm thinking, yeah, it was Bop City.
There's no
Bro,
magic.
it was-
There was no magic of the FA Cup for you.
Bro,
it was
it was
done.
literally attack against defense when I was watching it. And I went, this is lightweight. When I looked at it, even I was thinking, yes, the way this result is going, I was so happy because I'm like, there's going to be idiotic, stupid nasses of Man United fans that are going to sell the idea in the head to go, you know what, Casemiro at centre back might not look too bad. You know, he plays simple passes. In my head I was thinking, oh, this is perfect because when it comes to Old Trafford and they're trying to do something, Casemiro might start centre back. Then
Conceded 3 against Coventry. When they scored that last-minute penalty and it was going to extra time, what was your thought? Were you thinking, you know, Coventry are probably going to gas out in this extra time, so I think you're pretty much confident, right?
Yeah,
But the momentum was hard.
a lot of things about that game was just surely not, and it's just like, you know your team, but this team surprises me every week.
that's what, bro.
They genuinely surprise.
But they're meant to surprise you in good ways.
No. These guys surprise me in probably the most negative ways possible, consistently. But like even Nico playfully said, we just gave you guys entertainment. You're the most entertaining club in the world.
You are.
guys all came and hate watched again. Like
But you know,
3-2, you all came back now watching us again.
But you know,
Let's see the downfall of Manchester United. And in the end, it was horrible. Like we got it over the line, and we did listen. You say that there was times when we were playing better than them. I just felt like there was times where we allowed them to play throughout the game
but
as
that's
well.
Man
And that's
United.
before 3-2, 3-1, anything.
Yeah.
I'm talking about even 3-0 up. There was a complacency that began to kick in, where it's like, all right, cool, we know that we got this game under control now. But United are still so easy to just have possession against. They were the team that, look, they played in the Premier League and then we won. But I've been saying this for so long about United that I feel like a broken record. The reality of the matter is that what I felt like it came down to when it came to extra time, there was big chances in extra time for both teams.
Yeah.
Bruno hit the bar, Ahmed
Ella
created chances.
Ella Sims hit the bar.
Sims hit the bar. So there was chances even for them, actually. I'd actually go to say that over the whole extra time, I think they had better chances.
They looked like they were looking for the goal more
they
than
could
you guys.
win the game in extra time. What it came down to during that time is, I said, obviously, we are fatigued, like obviously they will be as well. It will come down to who's got the bottle in the penalty shootout.
But you know what's worse?
Go on.
Regarding that situation, it was like, you know, for me it was, with them lots, I looked at it and went, Coventry are looking to win the game.
Yeah.
Man United looked like they were settling to go to penalties.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is sad. I literally went, and I understand, Man United, they got killed by injuries. Obviously, going into the game, they had to put Casemiro.
Yeah, of course.
When Haji Wright skipped past him, it looked like he had a parachute behind his back.
What do you think he sees driving a caravan behind him at Leeds instead of Coventry?
Bro, I'm looking, and
It's towing a caravan.
they don't have no, they had no option to go, you know what? Let's bring on another centre back that we have to sum
Look
out
at no
them tired legs.
No one.
They couldn't. So I was like, okay, cool. Forson came on. I knew he shouldn't have even sniffed the pitch. Realistically, it should have just been a nice day out for him at Wembley, see his team win, whatever, this, that. But I don't know. It even felt like, as mad as this sounds, obviously, you're not going to agree with this, but it felt like everyone was so amped up for this FA Cup miracle where I feel like even Man United fans were like, let's just lose, man. They've come back from 3 goals. Let them play Man City because they're putting such a great effort.
You have to be careful. You have to be careful with City and United fans, because any person who wanted to lose that game is not a United fan.
And there's people. Those people.
No, there's people.
That's
We
what
call
I'm
them
saying.
people.
I
That's
didn't
what they
call
are.
you- I didn't say
They're
yourself,
not United fans.
but-
If any point, and there was another thing where it's like, oh my god, yeah, to be fair, I admitted myself when they actually scored the offside 4-3. I was like, well, there you go, that's their story. Because in a game of football, both teams have storylines, and you can't forget that even if you're a fan of one, right?
But it's worse on your behalf because it kind of felt like it was coming from especially from Coventry's second half of the extra time. It felt like it was coming. So he was
Absolutely.
like, it finally happened, man.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's
Let's
done.
just get
It's
the
done,
season
and forget about it. But when I saw the offside, of course, I was extremely happy. I celebrated. I was on the way here on the train. I'm just shouting like a madman, especially with the penalties as well. But I can't understand United fans who would. And I've said this before. Where it's like,
You've seen it as well, right?
I've seen
What
what's
I'm
that?
talking
oh, no,
about.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. I
cool.
saw it, and it's an FA Cup semi-final. At the end of the day, it's disgusting. But it's the performances that we've seen all like, I can't understand United fans that seem like this is brand new. Is it worse because it's against poor opposition? It depends on how bad you think United are. I think I've been on here on the pod saying I think United is one of the worst organised teams in England.
Yeah,
Like in
no,
English
no,
football. Like, I've
I
seen in the whole
respect that.
football
Yeah,
pyramid.
yeah.
I think are one of the worst football teams.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like something I remember recently is I was saying that Chelsea quite comfortably, I think, are better than Man United. Quite comfortable. And the table doesn't show that.
yeah.
But I've been saying it for a while.
Yeah.
And Chelsea fans are like, no, you don't get it, man. You don't get it. We're so bad. I've watched you guys play, and you're not great. But United are considerably worse. So it just depends on how accepting you are of that solution, like that reality. and we come to whatever decision happening in summer, we have something to look forward to.
Listen, at the end of the day,
It's an FA Cup
to
final.
look at some positives, Ten Hag has reached FA Cup, back-to-back FA Cup final.
Yeah.
That's the first time United have reached the back-to-back FA Cup final since 03, 04,
Wow.
04, 05.
Okay.
Obviously, last season Carabao Cup final, won the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
This season FA Cup. Do you think you could stop Man City?
Never in a billion years.
It's so tough, but it's a Manchester derby as long as being a cup final.
No, it's never. Let's be honest, bro.
But listen, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but I'm not gonna say my team's losing before I go to a FA Cup final.
You
bro.
have to.
No, I don't have to.
You have
The-
to.
the reality-
I can't lie,
I think
can't
maybe
lie.
you could say that before a final. I'm not saying that before a final.
can't lie.
No, but-
we'll give it a good listen. Listen. They're definitely gonna be the favourites. They're definitely gonna be the favourites. They are
heavy,
much
yeah.
more likely. They're heavy favourites, in fact.
You put £100 and you make him back £101.
What? On City. I don't know how to
City
bet
to
in
win.
my affairs.
City to
I'll
win.
see it to win. I can't lie. If that's a chance, if that's a moment to play City, I think it's right now.
Not now.
I think it's right now.
I'll tell you why, because
not
they
gonna
have
put him right now.
they have nothing to put. Obviously, if whatever happens within the title race,
They still
it
got a
happens
double,
with it.
yeah.
But they're gonna go. You know what? We've had such a mid-season,
weird year. Like a
weird
weird
year,
year.
like mid. For our standard, even though they're still competing with us, such a mid-season. Because I thought, yeah, if City are running away with this. Obviously, we don't
I
know.
thought they were going for the quad this
Yeah,
season.
they'll cover. We don't know how far they could go. But regarding that, I know Pep and Man City are going to be like, yo, this is going to be our last game because they ain't got no Champions League to look forward to. So they're going to be like, this is our last game. Let's just smash these
I think-
boys and
I
just go on
think-
holiday.
Yeah.
Go to the get prepared for Euros.
I disagree. I'm the last season. The reason why they took it seriously, but when they beat you guys in the final, they had the treble. They haven't
to fight for.
haven't done it before. This season, if you ask me if they beat Real Madrid, double treble. No one has ever done it. Now they've lost against Madrid. They're like, this final is like, I think they came up with the league. If they lose the final, like, all right.
No, but remember the league- remember
Do
the
you think they'll have more in there? Let's say they lose the title. I don't think they'll lose the title. I think it's pretty much theirs now. But if they lose the title, they're going to put their all in the FA Cup.
Absolutely.
And the
Because they can't go trophyless.
Yeah, they
if
can't.
go
They
trophyless,
can't.
then that's a complete failure.
Yeah.
They went from double treble to what's going trophyless.
Yeah.
I think the FA Cup is just a little cherry on top. It's a bonus, but I don't think something, oh shit, we have to win it. I think for Ten Hag, they could be
I
best.
feel
What
So, you
you're
know what
forgetting,
is-
what you're forgetting is a Manchester derby, bro. It
But
doesn't
Derek-
matter if there's nothing to
Form
fight
goes
for.
out
If
the
there's
window
anything
anyway.
to
No,
fight for.
yeah.
They, bro. You've seen Pep in the little clips that you'll see on that. United are waiting for 10 years to kill us. Like he'll continuously build this narrative of United are on the way back. Like he does it to mess with their heads, of course, because United aren't on their way back and they haven't been for the last 10 years. But he does that because it's reinforcing the importance of it being a Manchester derby. So I don't buy the fact that City won't be ready for that game, regardless of whether they don't have a treble, regardless of whether it's going to be trophyless or not. I think they'll be up for that game. My only thing is that this United team will definitely concede chances to them and will definitely create chances against them. It's just. I've literally watched this team for the whole season.
Same.
And had an idea of what they're going to do, right? I've had an idea of what's going to happen in the next game. Did you see it? Did you see a
I
consistent
already-
idea?
I saw it 2 days ago.
Did you see a consistent idea throughout the season? I haven't seen a consistent idea.
nothing.
That's just I've just come to accept that for what Man United are this
When it
season.
comes to Ten Hag, and then obviously you guys, let's say you guys do win the FA Cup, how important do you think that'll be for Ineos to look at and be like, okay, you won the FA Cup, we're gonna keep you next
I think
season.
that-
now.
It depends on
Figure it out
the
anyway.
it depends on the like what strength you put on the reports that you're hearing out. So apparently Ineos have been looking for a replacement for months.
I saw Tuchel today.
Apparently I saw the two shot. I don't know how strong they are. United have been linked with so many managers.
That
My
don't happen,
stance
bro.
on it,
That don't happen.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Without
In terms of-
without there being there's no smoke without
it's
fire.
It's not even that. The leaks have come from Ineos and them, man. The Man United, the new boards, because they're gonna say, hey, we're just letting Eric Ten Hag and everyone know we are looking for a new manager.
We don't know if
can't
he's.
say that.
We don't know if
We
Eric
can't
Ten Hag's
be
been told that though.
But
We
you
don't know
can't-
if Eric Ten Hag's been told that. We do not know.
No,
at all. There's
Eric Ten Hag,
there's
obviously Eric Ten Hag definitely doesn't know.
Yeah,
but
that's
you,
what I'm
like I said, without smoke, there's no fire in it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I know definitely, and we, from the inside sources that we've all got, we've seen this happen where leaks start happening, journalists they start feeding these journalists and saying, hey, just throw some random manager, like I said, throw some random players, or in your case, throw some random managers in there and see which one gets like.
Yeah,
gains
that's the
traction.
reality. That's the reality.
Just
of
don't
football.
come from it's literally that. And today for Eric Ten Hag, me personally, it feels weird, but it was a lose-lose situation for him.
Even if you,
Because the fact,
as in even if he wins,
yeah,
this,
no,
if he loses,
never
this
mind.
doesn't-
For me, obviously, for Man United, it's like it's shameless, But it's another final issue. It's another day out. It's another final. It's another trophy that they can win. But for Eric Ten Hag, for me, it generally is a lose-lose because with his team, his squad, the money funded and everything, and forget. I'll take that back. Forget even the money situation. It's more on you cannot be 3-0 up, and the game ends 3-3 with 20 minutes to go against
And you win on
Coventry that are in the Championship, battling to get into the playoffs.
An extra time.
And
an extra time. They showed more intent to win.
And bear in mind, bear in mind, you know how the Championship is. It's Tuesdays and Saturdays. So their legs are much heavier than Man United. You guys play once a week. So for them, the amount of pressure and heaviness on their legs going into this tie as well.
Well, they lost the last two
factors,
games.
bro.
No, but
Bro, it factors big time, regardless of injuries.
There's context. You say regardless. How can you say regardless of injuries?
Because obviously,
I'm
regarding
not
Man
saying
United,
but
Man United,
I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the Coventry.
They might be injured.
I'm not talking about the Coventry game specifically.
It's top 6 standard.
Of course, and that's why I'm not talking about the Coventry game specifically. Ten Hag has been saying a lot more in the media now, and you can kind of feel like it's almost building a buffer of excuses where it's like, this is what I'm going through, and this is what's happening, X, Y, and Z.
It's a helpful cry.
But it could be a cry for help. But I'm just saying
I said helpful cry. It's cry for help.
I heard helpful cry in my headphones, and I was like,
I switch it around.
Yeah, but
That's like Brights of Light.
helpful cry is good.
But it
That's
could
what
be.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It could be that. And not even could be that. It feels like it is that. But the reality is we don't really know. You could say that Ineos are putting these names out into the media. We don't really know what their next move is. There's still a lot of grey area in terms of what they're going to be doing. Could next season they give Ten Hag another go? I actually wouldn't be shocked if that happened.
I think that's what Liban's expecting.
I think that is what he's expecting.
I think it's not expecting. I think it's more hoping because he wants to give
He wants to end the
Eric
cycle.
Ten Hag the chance to have
So
a fully back.
because Liban's point is he's seen so many different managers fail.
He just wants to end the cycle.
Let's give a manager in the, because he said there's been a bad environment at United for the last 10 years. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong at that.
I don't think it's the cycle as well. I think it's more of help Eric Ten Hag out, like give him structure behind in his backroom
Give him
staff.
footballing
his
men up,
ball,
yeah.
like I said, you just brought in the
Jason
Southampton guy.
Wilcox.
Obviously, you got the Newcastle guy coming in.
Dan Ashworth's
You
coming.
got the Man City brother.
Yeah, Norman Barada.
They're coming. Like,
by the way-
you've got a squad. You've got a team full of football men. Behind
Ineos
it now.
is building the Avengers.
So now,
that's what they're trying to do.
that, like Liban said, give Eric Ten Hag one season. Let him see
how it goes,
Let him see how he is under this new management.
Okay,
Then judge him.
and the other side of it is that Ten Hag have you,
Shown.
regardless of the circumstances that you're in, which is all fair, which is the fact that he's been riddled with so many injuries. And I've seen recently a narrative that has come out is that I love how there's so many comparisons between different clubs from United fans sometimes. Jurgen Klopp struggled with a lot of injuries in his first time coming into Liverpool because the running stats before he came in were so bad. And Ten Hag is similar. In the last year of Oli and Rangnick, the running stats were so bad that he's been putting them through a lot of arduous physical conditions, and there have been a lot of injuries. The amount of injuries United have had has been a joke this year. It's a joke. And even the back line of Wan-Bissaka playing left back and Casemiro being in the back line, Harry Maguire was almost sold in the summer, but he's playing in the centre half for us.
In the FA Cup semi-final.
In the FA Cup semi-final. And Dallow's probably the only one that you'd expect to be playing in that back line. So it's not like this context is a lie. But has Ten Hag done enough to say you deserve a season regardless? Because let's say we give him the right environment and we help Ten Hag. How do we know that injuries aren't still going to be an issue if they're being put through such physical conditions like we've been seeing with all these injuries? The idea that United fans have been saying is that with Jurgen Klopp, it started averaging out and the injuries started decreasing as the players began to get used to being put through these conditions. It's a gamble. But another thing that's a gamble is getting a new manager in. Because who really is there that you can say without any questions? I think every single manager that you could bring up, Roberto De Zerbi, he'll improve Manchester United, but I have questions about him. Thomas Tuchel, he could probably win us some trophies, but I have questions about him being able to win us the league. Because that's what, when you new United managers coming in, it has to be someone that you have to actually be able to get behind.
I think this is the most competitive manager market you're going into this summer because
bro.
Liverpool trying to replace the manager.
Competitive, but is it always
Bayern
quality?
Munich
What's the
are trying to
quality
replace
of this manager market?
But
the quality's low. The
But I know
quality's
some
low.
of them are sure things, but there's still a competition in the
Even
manager
AC
market.
Milan, Juventus.
Purely,
Napoli.
But I can't lie with you guys. I'll be real. You said it. I think if he wins the FA Cup, I think he's staying. I don't see the new owners sacking the manager.
What, you don't think it'll be? You don't think?
LVG?
Yeah, I was gonna say Lou van Gaal moment.
No, bro.
Jose was available in the manager market. There is no Jose right now.
there is no way they're letting a manager go after winning the FA Cup. But with you guys, I would let him go either way, bro. You've had it for 2 years, Ak.
Give me a solution, because I've heard everything that you're about to say already. Give me a solution. What manager would you bring in?
I'll be real. It's time.
You're never going to be happy with, not necessarily yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always going to be
agree.
disagreements
throw
with
a manager.
whether you want
That's
to
my
bring it.
point. So if you say a change needs to happen, I need to hear a justified understanding of what is this new manager going to bring. Go on.
Okay.
And the name and why.
No, okay. No. I'll give you a manager. Any manager, I can give you to Zerbi, as you said. You've got your
Great
own,
football, great football.
Your differences about him. I can give you Tuchel, Amorim. I can give you Allegri, Conte. It can be any manager. You would have your. Oh, okay, that sounds good. But at the same time, you would have thing. What have you been getting reassured by my man for the past 2 years? I get it.
I'm not saying that Ten Hag has reassured me. I'm not saying that he even I think he's done his best this season to prove that you aren't good enough to manage Manchester United. I think he's done a job of that in itself. But the reality is, he isn't lying when he says that he hasn't been in the best situation. My issue with Ten Hag is I feel like the seasons that he flipped. We gave him credit in the first season when after the Brentford lost 4-0, he put his principles to the side and he adapted. It's kind of like his second season should have been his first season, where he went through the teething process and by any means necessary he died by his sword.
Yeah.
The issue with Man United is that the patience level isn't there. You can't, the reason he couldn't really do that after the Brentford game is if he loses the Liverpool game, it's going to be very loud early on. Yeah. First 4 games, losses, or it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
So it's tough for a United manager to deal with a process anyway. Do you allow them to a process, and how much longer do you give them? So let's say a new manager. I think that another point that we can't forget is that Ineos would want to bring their own man in.
Facts.
Because if they want full credit for any success that happens at Manchester United, it would be, it wouldn't be, oh, we walked into the guy that was here already and then we blessed him. Yeah. It would be, we brought in our own guy and we built a dynasty. There's so much to consider. There's so much to consider.
Yeah, everyone falls in love with an idea.
Yeah.
Obviously, yourself, you might have a manager in your mind where you're like, I love this guy's idea. That's the football I see with my own eyes, and that's what I'd like to play.
Yeah.
With Eric Ten Hag, the word idea just doesn't come into play because regardless of his situation, I do feel sorry for him because
of the field issues,
injuries, the back room, like the player with the players as well,
and all that kind of stuff.
All that bullshit. And I hear it, but the one thing we can't deny from Eric Ten Hag that we've witnessed for 2 years now is we just don't know what kind of football he plays. And there's no, I understand Klopp. I understand, like you said, with Man United, it's always comparison game. Like I said, a lot of people talk about Arteta. A lot of people talk about Klopp. A lot of people talk, like I said, different kind of managers.
Yeah, I'm tired of that as well, by the way.
One thing fans will always back a manager is, if he's got an idea, as Liban say, I'm riding the storm.
Yeah.
Because I know at least, I know what I'm witnessing with my own eyes.
I tried
but
for
with
so
him,
long though.
You can't. With Busquets, I know him. Personally, he's going to be like, if you've given me an idea to look forward to, I'll back you to the end zone. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we knew what he was. He's a very good player manager. Tactically, he can adapt to an extent, but there's not much of a ceiling that he can reach. Yeah. But you know what you can get.
Yeah. You know what you're getting. Yeah. You know what you're getting.
You backed him to the core because you know what he stands for from the jump. Yeah. You said, okay, fair enough. Eric Ten Hag, not so much.
My thing though is that I see it for
even
45
Coventry
minutes.
Today, I looked and I went, I know what the idea is. I kind of know how they want to play. Man United, like I said, it's always the same. It's literally them. It's like getting us, all us SCS guys, put us on the 11-side pitch and say,
lucky.
Let's see what kind of football you might play and then figure out on the pitch. What's the point?
You know how lucky he's been though? He should have been sacked 5 months ago if you man had an actual board. For you to get knocked out in the Champions League group stage and the competition in the Premier League around you is all meaty. Chelsea's been meaty. West Ham,
Chelsea's
Brighton,
got one game in hand.
Aston Villa,
If they win, they
Spurs.
go above them.
And that's Chelsea's bad.
And he called it.
So for
as
you
well.
to have all of these things, your competition around has been
Under
meaty.
any other regime,
Champions
you're
League
out
group
the door.
stage, and for you to get qualified, of course you got to the final, but you beat Newport, Coventry, like teams below you, bro. Well, even if you somehow win the FA Cup, which again is a somehow, which you can agree with, this will be a shocker of a season.
Well, listen,
but
yeah.
Liban will be shameless if United win. If United win,
I'll be shameless.
And Arsenal
It's a
does
trophy,
win,
bro.
But it's rightfully so because what else can they hang on their season?
Absolutely,
You've
brother.
got
It's
to hang on
nothing
the FA
yet.
Cup. But I remember saying as well beginning of when we did the Premier League predictions at the start of the season, I remember sitting on the table and saying, I feel sorry for United fans and I feel sorry for Eric Ten Hag because it's going to be very hard. Because how do you level up on finishing third and winning a trophy? The only way is competing for the title next
And
year.
on top of that,
If you don't do that,
those
you're,
seasons.
bro,
Those
you're,
seasons.
it's hot seat from the top.
add to that with the signings as well that he bought this summer.
Yeah.
Let me just
Mason
want
Mount and who else? Onana and Højlund.
Yeah.
Hold on. Amrabat on loan.
I just want to say a couple points.
Amrabat
as well.
on loan.
Yeah.
The issue with
I'm
what
an ass.
Stars is talking about in terms of identity, I would see it for a 45 minutes here. I'll see it for 15 minutes here. Even last season, you didn't see it consistently. You can't play like that over just small portions of game and expect that to be something to hold on to. I think even if you give him all of his players and you match everything that he needs physically and technically, it's still like it would still be tough to keep a squad fit and playing the way that he wants to play this transition, possession stuff that he wants to do. That I think it would still be tough for it to work. My stance on the future of Man United is this: I've stopped trusting myself.
Trust me, though.
What managers I should have, or
He needs to trust me. Trust me.
I don't know about that. But I've stopped trusting myself in terms of what manager I would want in the future. Because any manager that's on the market now, you can't say had definitely clearly more hype than Ten Hag had 2 years ago. Ten Hag was hyped crazy in Europe 2 years ago. Bro.
Klopp and
They were
Pep.
saying he's the next the inversion of Klopp and Pep, next City manager. Bro, I was buying all this stuff. So my stance on the future
Like
of Man
you're
United
buying
is
with
this.
Ineos now.
No, I think Ineos, you're going to hear my stance now, and it's going to be me buying into Ineos. My stance is...
You bought into Ineos 3 months ago.
I'm a fan, and that is my role now. I'm going to let the experts do their job. You pick what is either Ten Hag stays on next season, or you pick the next candidate.
hope it's Conte.
And that's the future of Manchester United.
Can I just talk about not United no more? Can I talk about Coventry now?
Yes.
Can we
give them
them props,
their
please, yeah,
flowers?
please.
man.
Can we just give praise to Coventry?
100%.
Semi-final, come back. What they've done today. Wolves, they came back.
Facts.
And they came back, I believe, in the round of 16, if my memory stands me correct. Also come back in the last minute.
Might have been quarters.
Yeah, no, quarters was
about round 16, yeah, I think you're right.
Wolves. Yeah, round 16 they came back. Bro, what they've done, I can't lie.
Nearly magical.
Nearly magical.
But then they
should've
kind
won.
of saved. United kind of saved us because that FA Cup final.
They would have moved to them like City Watford did a couple of years ago.
But-
Yeah,
but-
they
but-
would've
but-
six
but-
months
but-
down, man.
I would have felt bad for
But no,
Coventry.
it's not even that. For the fans, they don't care. It's a day out.
It's
in
the money.
finals.
It's true,
You gotta
and-
look
and-
at it that way. How
and the
many times?
financial
Yeah,
rewards.
it's not even that. It's how many times do you think a football club,
Gets
if
to
you're
a
not in the
final.
Premier League, go to the final, especially
Absolutely.
Champions League?
That's a very
It's
good point.
like,
The cynic,
have your day.
The cynic in me was happy that they went from a day out to heartbreak for them, man. Yeah, man. They bottled in the penalties as well, man. All of you that were here watching me, them Coventry brothers are out of the FA Cup. I'm in the final, brother. That's enough of that, bro.
By the way,
you very much.
Haji Sim.
the Haji guy, Haji is a baller as well.
Yeah.
I can't lie, they've got a good track record with strikers over the past.
It was
2
Victor.
years. Victor
Yeah,
Gokuz, the guy from Sheffield,
Nah,
what's his name? The guy from Sheffield, what's his name?
Barrington Diaz,
No, the guy
He was
who's-
at Blackburn.
he played. No,
Ollie McBurney.
other guy. He scored. I
Gustavo
think.
Hammer.
Yeah, I saw he's played for.
Yeah, he's not a striker. though. He's a midfielder.
In midfielder, yeah.
He's before. Sorry, the midfielder. That's
Yeah,
why
I think Sharky
That's why he played for-
Coventry, yeah.
they've got a good track record. So
Yeah.
shout out to them.
Fair play,
They
fair play.
lost the last two
Alright, man.
league games, so for them to do that.
That's enough.
I'm not gonna lie
I like
to
it out
you.
the FA Cup. All right, cool, man.
I was a big fan of their
Wow. Sorry, man.
I was a big fan of their right back. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know his name.
Yeah, shout out him, man.
No, he was what I
This
was
guy's a
calling.
hater, bro.
Their right back is Van
Give me-
Eerwyk.
Yeah, Van Eerwyk. I liked him a lot. He was
He
quality,
had me
man.
nervous, bro.
But
Can't
listen,
move on from these
you got
guys,
to a
man.
final, so that's a positive that you can look at.
100%.
Just
Got something to look forward to.
a few more stats when I give before we jump on the next FA Cup game. United have conceded 74 goals across all competitions this
Facts.
season. Their most in the campaign since 78-79.
Love that.
Bruno Fernandes is the only Premier League player to both score 10 plus goals and assist 10 plus goals across all competitions in the last 4 seasons.
Give him his flipping flowers, man.
wait,
I've had enough.
Say that again, please.
Bruno Fernandes is the only Premier League player to both score 10 plus goals and assist 10 plus goals across all competitions in the last 4 seasons.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, he done it.
Give him his flowers, man. Forget
Yes,
this.
Did you say wow?
No?
Wow, yeah.
He's done it 4 years in a row.
That's
no?
wow. That's wow, isn't it? Mad. Bruno's a baller.
What are you talking about?
You said wow,
You
bro.
said wow.
I'm
You said wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wow, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're rating Bruno now.
4 years in a row.
Alright, cool. Well done, bro. Making sure, bro.
Just making sure, innit?
Just
Just making sure, bro.
Yeah, check
Ah,
this.
that's
Because you
class.
know why?
Because I know he rates him. What,
I'm baffled as well.
do you rate Bruno?
Well, I'm baffled as
Do
You
you
well.
rate
rate
Bruno.
Is that not an impressive stat?
Do you rate Bruno?
That is an impressive stat because
this
no
guy's not
other
listening.
He's not
player
listening.
has
This guy-
done it.
But you know what? I actually want to hear something from you, actually. Because the next game we're going to go on to is Manchester City beating Chelsea 1-0.
Okay.
I want to talk about a particular player in that game.
Do you want to talk about the game first? or-
No. This is I'm
particular-
hosting now, yeah?
Oh, wow.
Nicholas Jackson.
Oh, wow.
I want you.
The court is yours. Floor's yours.
Ball
as
is
well.
in your court. Whatever's in
Do
your
what you need to
court.
do.
Talk about
Whatever's in your
Nicholas
court.
Jackson, especially for this game.
Diego
Please.
Costa.
And do you revoke anything you said before about him, or
No.
do you maintain the
Ain't
stocks?
revoking nothing. Ain't revoking nothing.
Nothing.
Shoot you.
Listen, I'm standing on business. He's a good player.
You know your business crashed.
Yeah.
I can't even lie, your business crashed.
You know, the way you're standing
Let
right
me
now,
talk.
that business is
Let me talk. I'm keen on my stocks.
Business is crazy.
I'm keen on my stocks. I'll be real. The misses that he had, the miss in the first half, the one where he had a one-on-one and ended up passing rather than shooting, and the second half as well where Cole Palmer put him through. He had a meaty shot, and then Cole Palmer crossed it to him, and that meaty header. My problem, that is, I can't lie, that's not good enough.
inexcusable.
That's not good enough for a striker. I'm not going to be deluded and say, oh, you know what, he tried his best or something like that. I'm not going to do that.
You called him Diego Costa, remember that, bro?
Yeah, it's bad misses.
Did you call him Diego Costa?
Let me. Can I talk?
Did he actually say Diego Costa?
At the
He had-
live show, we asked him for a comparison. It took him from the first minute to the last segment to go, I found him, Diego Costa.
I mean, that's a
You
chance
did,
as well.
you did say Chunks,
That's a
but then
chance
you,
as well.
but you said Diego Costa as well.
But listen,
Wow.
it's bad misses.
Diego Costa
Yeah?
would never do that.
Bad misses.
Never in a bin.
The only thing is about him, which my problem is, which I see now over not just yesterday, over the past couple of weeks, there were the bad misses. That's no intent behind the shots. I said it to you, I think earlier today.
There's
yeah?
no confidence.
That's
behind
no confidence behind the shot. You know what? With a striker, yeah, when I like a striker, take a risk when you shoot. I think nowadays, I've seen with Havertz recently as well, when you shoot, the first thing on your mind is not to score. It's try to just to put it on target.
Test
That's
the goalkeeper out.
Just
that sounds like Darwin Nunes. His
That-
portfolio, that. Just
that
hit the
is,
target,
I
see what
hate
happens.
those type of strikers because they don't put any sort of risk, and that's no confidence for you to score. With that second, wallahi, the first one then pissed me off. The second one pissed me off. The one where Cole Palmer, you know how meaty, and there was no pressure behind him. You know how that meaty shot, which Ortega just literally bodied, and the header as well. When the header came,
Kyle Walker was ball watching.
but Kyle Walker ball watching the header. But in terms of me keeping my stock, he's a great player, great talent, great promise.
Okay, how about this? Do you see his future as a 9?
No, he's a winger. And that's why when his best time, before Nkunku got injured, his best time is on the wing because he's got all the attributes as a winger. When you
Type
have
of
him,
winger?
Huh?
Like an inside forward?
It's an inside forward that can slot into a 4-4-2 when the left back rather than staying on the wing like a Raheem
Providing
Sterling
width,
and Benjamin, you maybe come in, invert in the middle, and have your fullback overlap. That's the type of winger.
Who's
He's
the profile of fullback at Chelsea for that to work? I don't think they have one really.
That's what, and that's the problem with
issue
Chelsea.
right now.
And Kuku's been injured as well. I just think that the whole game itself, I just want to give fair play to Pochettino.
Yeah, I think he coached a good game.
Oh my God.
Coached an absolute amazing game. Now we've been given him a stick. I feel like I've been given a stick in sense of what he's done, and I feel like it's a deserved stick because most of the time, first half is always amazing. Second half, I don't know what he says to his team in the dressing room, but this time, well, I fair play. All the big games, to be fair, he's done it incredible. All the big games: City, United, Chelsea,
Tottenham.
Arsenal. Yeah, all the big games. But this game, fair play.
It's not even just this game. It's whenever he's played Man City, he's put up a great game plan, but
He's got his numbers.
it's just he doesn't have the personnel. I was at the game, the Man City Chelsea
Oh, yeah, I
game.
forgot
Remember,
you were
I was
there, yeah.
I was at the game, and I remember tweeting saying, I completely understand why Chelsea fans hate Nicholas Jackson, but also like him because there's parts of his game where he's very good. He's a constant headache. He runs down the channels very well.
He's good dribbler.
He's good ball dribbler.
Ball playing.
He's got good decision making. It's just when the ball lands in front of him in the box, I think he has too many
I
thoughts in his head.
My problem with him as well, when it comes to dribbling, he always hangs on to the ball too
Yeah.
much. He never knows when to release the ball. So this decision making, yeah, you're right, but I think he holds on the ball way too long.
To an extent, definitely. But there's moments even when I was watching the game, I'm like, I understand he knows how to play football, in a sense of there's times during the game where he'll do little flicks little pass back, the little 1-2 touches, this, that. But he doesn't know the personnel he's playing with. He's playing with Enzo. Enzo should have realistically, he had a decent game. He played a good pass there thingy, but he should have dominated Man City. Realistically, Enzo, Caicedo,
Because like
they should have.
you were saying El Clasico, 120 minutes. City played 120 minutes.
Exactly, and City made only one change, and that was Erling Haaland for Julian Alvarez.
Yeah.
Everyone else was just tired legs. You can tell City were there for the takeaway. The whole time, I was literally watching. I'm like, and Chelsea had very good passage of plays. Cucurella had an amazing game. I can't lie.
Good game.
The back line,
Gusto?
Gusto was good until Doku came on. He told him, "Yo,
Doku's a
he
madman,
said,
though.
let me just grab my hamstring because I'm not having this for
Yeah.
another 20 minutes."
James
But
James
like Gallagher, like
Gallagher on the left, I can't lie. Might be the worst gimmick.
I'll tell you something about Conor Gallagher. Though.
I think I've ever seen.
Well, I'll tell you something about Conor Gallagher. Yesterday,
How was it watching him live?
no. Obviously, you know we always joke about. Like I said, yesterday was the first time I've ever watched. No, the first time I've watched Chelsea play against someone else, not Arsenal. And when you're on neutral, you can just enjoy both sides.
Yeah, I don't
Just
have
see-
I don't have a dog in this.
Well,
fight,
I'm praying. I'm like, Conor Gallagher, he never scans. Well, he doesn't ever check his shoulder. Once he takes
been
it,
knowing that.
well, once he does, no, but when you see it live, like how much time he has on the ball. Like I'm looking at him receiving the ball. Well, he's not one checking his shoulders. He doesn't know how to create a picture in his head. In my opinion, he doesn't know. He doesn't know what his next pass is. His game is on the ball solely based on who's in front of me and what can I do, because he hasn't got no first action, he has no second action. But like I said, one of the worst compliments, me personally, one of the worst compliments you can give a midfielder is they work hard.
As the first compliment.
That's the first compliment. Yeah.
You don't have I think that's the worst compliment to get as a midfielder is he works hard, he's tireless, he's an engine.
That's what
I don't need that. I don't need to hear that from
But these traits are important. But it can't be the first portfolio.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
As your package.
regarding him, it's that.
That's meant to be your base.
That's his
that's
strongest
his bag.
attributes.
Yeah.
That's his strongest components.
SubhanAllah.
I'm watching him, I'm like that.
That's a
Mudryk, I
concern.
didn't know he was on the pitch for 20 minutes. Well, I didn't know he was on the pitch for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ben Chilwell put in a hole of shame of a super
Oh, that one
performance.
where he should have squared it.
Bro,
His
third touch,
his
stunk.
downfall, his drop off
It's
must
crazy.
be like.
I
disgusting.
credit Sean because he called it about three years ago.
Which
Ben Chilwell was
which one was worse? Saka's corner or Mudryk's cross at the end?
Saka's corner because he's more
big-
violent.
No,
I can't lie.
Biggest thing.
I can't lie. That free
Horrible.
kick.
It's horrible.
That
But
free
there's
kick
biggest-
in the last minute. In the free kick.
No. It was awful, but the degree of like how much
Still,
it made
trying to
down.
get to
One's a Champions League quarterfinal, and one's realistically having a day out in the day
What?
out.
Nah, it's not a day out for Chelsea.
No, bro, hold on.
Chelsea
No,
won
no.
at Wembley.
Yo.
So, yeah,
no,
but
no.
still.
He's not. No, hold on. He's not saying the magnitude of the game. He's just talking about one for one.
Action.
1 for 1. Saka's corner. It's a corner. Usually corners we've seen. With Mudryk's cross. It's not on the byline. He's got the space to chip it in, at least to chip it in.
Float
Brother, exactly. Float
No,
it in.
obviously.
That is much worse than the corner.
No, realistically, yes, because at least Saka's ball's in play. The other one, there's no chance of it being in play.
Bro, that's disgusting.
I understand it. But regarding the game, I think Pochettino coached a quality game. I think his players understood the assignment very well.
Chelsea's
It's
Wembley
just-
curse continues.
Yeah, it's just a shit. Oh, by the way, non-league Madueke. He should be kicking a ball with us.
Alright,
I can't
let me
lie.
just say my thoughts
should-
on this
Go on,
game.
Abs.
I think the headline is Nicholas Jackson because of the amount of chances that he did miss. But it's like I don't know how you guys feel about modern day number 9s. I feel like I'm a bit
It's
conflicted.
a dying breed.
It is, but then like it's like so. I look at the Jesuses, Martial. I'd put in there as well.
Nunes.
Who are people who improve the team around them. And
Nunes?
They're more.
Come on, let's be fair
the
now.
guys,
Nunes
the
doesn't-
guys
I
who
know
are,
what
let me
you
just
mean.
land with this.
Okay,
yeah.
go on.
Nicholas Jackson is definitely one of those guys.
He's a playmaker before he's a goal scorer.
Exactly. Where they are great footballers. I think out of the Højlund, Jackson, Nunes conversation, it shouldn't be like in terms of footballing ability, it's not a conversation. Nicholas Jackson is by far and away one of the best footballing 9s, I'd argue, in the league, football-wise. What they're good at football. Because he can influence the football game positively
Is
very, very
Is
well.
that more of he's got a winger's mind playing up front.
Potentially, it could be that, but even Martial was similar to that as well. And
He started off as a winger though. Martial.
Jesus, maybe you could argue that as well a little bit, although he's more minutes at 9. I'm conflicted because I love these kind of number 9s because I think that they improve players around them. And I think that's an important trait of a number 9, improving your team around them. What do you do when you don't score a goal? But I think I'm missing a bit more of the arrogance of number 9s this is my team. I'm going to carry you. Get the ball to me. I'm going to score the important goals for you. Those type of number 9s are equally as
Like the
important.
penalty situation last week.
Brother, it's crazy. And Chelsea shouldn't be having these kind of issues. Jackson really, like obviously I know Palmer's doing the matting right now. If Jackson was an actual 9 that was that kind of gravity of number 9, which number 9s of the past, they haven't been for a long time at Chelsea, that shirt's been cursed. But you look at a Drogba, for example, I know that situation happened with him and Ballack, but you wouldn't have an issue with that if there was someone like that at your club. Another person I want to mention is Cole Palmer, coincidentally.
Yeah, cold.
I think he's so good.
He is.
I think he's so good, and he was playing in the middle, and Noni was playing on the right hand side. He's just a beautiful footballer, and obviously it didn't work out for him at City. And I think the Chelsea move is good for him in terms of being able to
Be the main man.
show who you
I
are.
remember they tried to loan him out to Burnley as well.
Yeah, crazy.
It was
Crazy.
McAtee that he ended up.
Yeah, because basically,
Yeah.
remember, he wanted to leave and get minutes, and then they said, you can go to Burnley. and
Even the
stuff.
Chelsea move he thought would be a loan. He wasn't even expecting
Yeah.
that to be a full on move. And he's made that move now, and I think he's performing at a crazy high level. I know a lot of people want to take off the penalty tax off him, but
Forget that.
bro, he's doing the business, and he's the
He's doing it.
joint
Yeah.
top
Haaland.
goal
He's
scorer,
not.
bro.
He's
And
not
he's, and he's competing for the assist as well with Watkins.
crazy.
To answer your question about the striker,
Yeah.
I think there is only one answer for someone to be that person and succeed in that role, as we've seen with Bobby, that succeeded.
Yeah.
As we've seen Karim Benzema, that succeeded. The only way for it to succeed with Nico Jackson and any other strikers that you've just mentioned is if your wingers are goal scorers.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Chelsea don't have goal scoring wingers. They've got one that has the attributes to be one in Raheem Sterling. We saw that with them. You can't score 100 goals in the Premier League and not be a goal scoring winger. But that bag is done. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that
mass
ship
salama.
has sailed, that ship has sailed.
It's a mass salama thing. Chelsea don't have. It's got Anani, they've got Mudryk, and they've got Cole Palmer plays there. They've got who else? And Raheem. They don't have goal scoring wingers. The only
It's not even that as well. For me, I'm piggybacking what you said. You're right, but no one there has got XP or, in other words, experience of playing in the Premier League. Cole Palmer, obviously, he's doing amazing, but this is his first full season there. Same with Noni Madueke, same with Mudryk, Nico Jackson, the old. They're coming from.
Comes back down to many issues that we spoke about at Chelsea.
So-
though. How they're building
it's
their
hard. So
squad.
it's hard
so
getting Nico Jackson being who you want.
exactly. So it works with having a proper number 9.
And even
But
Palmer.
you can still have. I don't think it's a dying breed. I think you can still be a Bobby, but you need a
Modern day,
Salah
man.
and a Mane. You don't need Ronaldo and a Bale. You need an actual goal scoring wingers. Suarez was. I know Suarez. I'm not saying Suarez is not a goal scorer,
But he had
but he had
both.
Messi and a name.
But he
you
himself
need,
had both,
You need to
so,
have
yeah.
goal scoring. Chelsea don't have that. So Chelsea lacks an actual number 9, which I don't think Nico Jackson is the number 9, and they lack someone that can score.
I think we were speaking about as well. Jackson wasn't meant to come in this season and be the main number 9.
Because they were rumored to get Victor Osimhen.
Exactly,
They were rumored
exactly.
to get who's the other striker? They were rumored to get Dusan was so Nico wasn't the first option. But he got forced to put in the fourth option because they got another striker. But I can't like Casado. Wallahi,
He had a stinker.
the thing is, I think it's harsh. I honestly think it's harsh.
Are you sure it's not because of your video that you said
No,
he's
no, 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 no,
underrated?
no. I think for me, I think it's harsh to criticize Caicedo, and the only reason why I say that is because the system doesn't allow him to succeed because he's doing a job of himself and Enzo. Because Enzo always goes forward because you saw Gallagher, brother. Gallagher, we've been known about him losing the ball.
Poch coached the good game though. But is it a system issue or is it?
For me, it's a system issue in terms of it's been 12 months. Poch has been there for how long? Since August? Why is it now since August to May? I think we're approaching, April.
Yeah, basically.
end of
Why has there not been a single game where Chelsea fans have said, or we have said on the Premier Roundup, Enzo and Caicedo had a great game? So it's either two things. It's the two things. Either the system is not working in place, or Chelsea can't play Enzo and Caicedo with each other no more.
Because me personally, I think regarding your situation, they're playing both as they're both realistically they're both 8s. They're not 6s. But one of them always has to sacrifice to play the 6, which their system They're not suited for the system. We've seen Enzo at the World Cup. We've seen him at Benfica. We've seen obviously Caicedo's tape. We've seen it here numerous times. He was more of an 8. He used to play right back here and there. Can play the 6, but his dominant position is the 8. Where at Chelsea they don't have that license because, as you said, if Enzo goes up, Caicedo has to sit and be a defensive midfield. But he's not that. That's not his role. His bag's always been, I like to carry the ball and all that stuff, and it hasn't worked. But regarding Nicolas Jackson, for me with Chelsea, I feel like what you said, you're right, but I feel like they got to just change their view of him in a sense of, don't view him as a striker, view him as a winger that's been forced to play up front because of the circumstances. Because for his numbers and for his output and his numbers and his performances and his debut season, and for the price they bought him, it's not a bad trade.
It's 30 million, bro.
25, 30 million to get about, what is he, like 12, 13 Premier League goals, whatever it is, and the handful of assists he's got.
Yeah.
Next season, he should be seen as more of a rotational piece.
His output for what his price is isn't that bad. But what's killed him...
He can compete with those wingers.
What's killed Nicolas Jackson is everyone views him as a striker. So now you're comparing him to the Gabriel Jesus's, the Ollie Watkins, the Ivan Tonys. Obviously, you're not going to put him in the Haaland category, but it's them kind of strikers, the Ray Charlesons, and them man. Whereas we all know he's a decent player. We've all sat here and actually talked about his good traits of him being on the pitch, but we're talking on it as a winger perspective more than a striker.
And if you ask every single Chelsea fan, your starting 11, your best 11, is it with or without Nicolas Jackson? They will say with Nicolas Jackson. I've seen all the rankings. I think you guys did the rankings. I saw Sky Sport, Saturday Social. They did the same thing. The best strikers in the Premier League. They put Nicolas Jackson 15 and a thing. Bro, I find that disrespectful for you to put him top 20, 15. Bro, he's a top 6, top 7 striker in the Premier League.
Whoa.
Ooh. Name me right this second 7 strikers better than Nicolas Jackson.
Haaland, Isak, Tony.
Yep.
Watkins,
Solanke, Jesus.
Jesus is better than Nicolas Jackson.
I think he is.
I disagree. Go on.
Comfy.
I disagree.
You should find another name that's
I can give you Nunes.
Debatable. Go on.
I can give you...
Now you give me 6.
Son. Assuming Son. Son's been a 9 this season.
What are you talking about? He's a 9 this season.
Okay. I'll give you that one.
That's been 7.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
7, 8.
What are you talking about? You my boy?
Who's your boy?
Rodrigo Muniz from Fulham.
Oh, he's been shelling this season.
Come on, man. You can't.
As a striker? As a pure striker?
Wait. Were we having this in Christmas or something? Come on, don't give me this.
Julian Alvarez?
Don't give me, huh?
Julian Alvarez?
Julian. We'll talk. Actually, it is the City topic. Let's talk about it.
We might move on to City. We talk about Chelsea. Let's talk about City.
Julian Alvarez, wallah, I've been saying it since the beginning of the season. And I had City fans in my mentions about him. Oh, you're being harsh. He's a Ballon d'Or contender. In December, he was top 10 in the Ballon d'Or race. Top 10 in the Ballon d'Or race. This guy, I've said it for time, he's one of the most overrated players I've seen. He's one of the most overrated players I've seen. And the fact that his flowers, they give him credit, they compliment him for the most basic of things. For the most basic of things.
I wish I did, but I agree. It's still
for the most basic of things. They treat him as as an incredible, just because of a World Cup campaign, which Messi was the sole reason. If you ask me, was he the main reason? They want to know. The second reason, no. Just because he scored a couple goals, fair enough. He was there because Argentina's.
To be honest, though, he did change the trajectory of what Argentina was going when he started.
And Enzo changed as well when he came in.
But that goes to your argument. He did have a major factor to Messi winning the World Cup because of him starting instead of Lautaro Martinez.
And this season,
my point is, Nicolas Jackson's still not top 7 though, bro.
Yeah, that's Bender.
Okay, no.
Do you admit you're wrong with that one, please?
Wait.
Because he's a great footballer, but not a great striker.
Hold on.
Come on.
This season, as a 10. Come on, man. This season, as a 10, he's flopped it when he had a chance. He flopped it when he had a 10 because he's not a 10.
Yeah.
Whenever Haaland doesn't play,
he better than
he plays as a striker, he's not even there. But we're talking about City. Now. We left
Sorry,
Chelsea.
no, I'm
man.
just.
We left Chelsea.
No, but
man.
you said
It's because you said
you
top
said
six.
Man
Now you're trying to
City,
lead
man,
us down
City.
the
Top
road.
7,
We
bro.
left Chelsea.
Yeah,
man. We
so
left
bro,
Chelsea.
it's-
man.
Because Nicola
Come on,
Jackson,
man.
It's a fair round, man.
Nicola Jackson's a good player, but
Let's
he's
move
not a
on.
good striker.
Oh my days, Mateus Cunha. He's
Oh,
Nicola
he's a
Jackson.
big
Let's move on,
baller.
man. Let's move on.
But there's strikers.
Hey,
that are
Callum
better than
Wilson.
that, man.
I was thinking about it. I
No,
said,
hold on. Matthias Cunha is a goal scorer.
Hey,
Matthias Cunha is the
wait a
same
minute.
back as Nicola Jackson
Hey,
in terms of
hey.
lacking the
He's
final
better,
pass.
he's
Lacking
better,
the
he's
final
better.
pass.
Jared Bowen.
Bro, he's a winger, bro. You're forcing
He
him.
played number 9 this season. Antonio was out. He played up top.
What's
bro.
up,
He was playing 9 still.
Antonio was out. He's playing number 9,
So
bro.
Tremaine is a centre back then, because in 3 months he plays centre back.
Oh,
Based on your
wow.
argument.
I'm basing on this season.
Hold on.
3 months.
I bet
Jared
More than
Bowen.
3 months.
Jared Bowen is a
How long
striker.
has-
Jared Bowen is a
How long has Jared Bowen been playing number 9 for?
as long as 3 or 4 months.
No.
Longer than that.
What?
Longer
He's
than that.
been playing since November.
Huh?
He's been playing since November and what? And
October,
October.
October, November, since
get
now.
out, man. Get out, but
You want to find it?
But we're talking about City now. We're talking
Oh,
about.
you want to move on now,
we're
innit?
talking about City, but-
Uncomfortable conversations for you.
Your
we're
statement
talking-
was too
yeah,
wild.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
statement was
yeah,
too
yeah,
wild.
He can sniff that.
Man,
Like, I was
man,
with you as well. Like,
Stunk
you
as
just
well.
was dragged
Well,
with the
with
statement.
Julian.
No, with Nicholas Jackson. I was with you, Julian, as well. But Nicholas Jackson, I think you dragged
Yeah,
him
but
down.
listen, let's quickly give some Man City some credit
Go on,
because
man.
obviously they did win. 120 minutes against Real Madrid. They did get knocked out,
That-
but fair play to them.
the
They
amount
did
of-
beat
the
Chelsea.
amount of-
Pep
yeah.
really spoke about it a lot after the game.
He was
did.
fuming
Yeah,
at
he was
scheduling.
fuming,
Michael
yeah.
Richards was trying to get word in, but he couldn't.
Yeah,
God,
no,
I hear him. But regarding Man City, they had spells where they looked great. I feel like Grealish
Oh,
got,
yeah, he
got
was-
taken off
he was really good.
prematurely. But
Bernardo as usual. Yeah.
I hear it because Doku
Doku-
came out and showed it. Even the passes.
Do you remember us doing start sub Doku, Martinelli, and Matoma? Do you remember?
That's the bro.
saying,
Bro. You're talking about. Don't even do that because
I'm just saying,
besides Man City yesterday,
Bro.
his last great performance was Bournemouth in November. Bro.
Doku.
I'm not even trying to hear it,
Doku's
bro.
a
I'm not
madman,
even trying to
bro.
hear it.
To be fair, you got injured Carvajal, Meskinka. Carvajal was done after a while because Doku came on and started moving to it, bro.
It's nice doing it within the last 20, 30 minutes of the game.
like- came on.
Yeah,
for
but
some-
that's what I'm saying. There you go.
It makes sense.
There
He's
you
a
go.
pass fan.
no,
But there you
No,
go.
it's fine,
He had his spot in the summer.
You know,
And he
matter,
played
bro.
ass. So Grealish took his spot and Grealish shelled as well.
He's talking about
Grealish
game.
did- Grealish
He's
did
talking about
play
getting.
well.
I
He
really
played
like
well.
Grealish.
He
I really
played
like
well in that
I
game.
really like
Against
Grealish.
Chelsea, he played
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
Well, a few stats from that game. Man City are unbeaten in their past 29 matches in all competitions. Technically, they didn't lose against you.
Like we
in
see, they're having a
full-time.
mid-season, bro.
Technically, they didn't lose against you in full time and extra time. It was penalties.
No, but my thing
but
is,
they got knocked out.
we
But they got
say,
knocked
we
out.
say that they have a mid-season, bro. When have we known City? I know we're not doing a title just yet.
Yeah.
But when have you seen City when they have it in their hands, and the Premier League title is in their hands? We don't see them drop that, bro.
That's
Like as
true.
mid as they might, like when you say mid, I know you're talking about in standard compared to
Yeah, yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
I've got to give the context.
Yeah, they set their bar here.
Of
now,
course,
so,
and
yeah.
if there's a bit lower, like
They're
I
just
still
back
see
to
them
our
being
world. They're just
able-
at our level now.
I don't know if they are though, because I think the level difference between an Arsenal or a City is that I could see Arsenal dropping a couple of points
true.
still from now on. City also might drop a couple of points, but I just think that if it's in their hands and while it's in their hands, they don't drop it.
The
think,
only reason I said this is you're right in terms of what you said about City.
Yeah.
But even nowadays, even a point, 3 point, even if they pick up a point, it's worrisome compared to before. Before, like you said, it didn't matter. You like even if they drop a point, they know everyone's like title still done.
Yeah.
But regarding this season, I feel like 2 slip ups where they don't win the game but they can draw, it could cost
Do
them.
you
heavily.
think you're winning every single game?
I think we've got tough
I've-
fixtures. Old Trafford.
I've-
and North London Derby against
I'm a lot more confident
That they
based
drop points than you do?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
as mad as it sounds.
That's
The only
crazy.
reason I'm
Nah,
with
I'm not on that
That's
side.
mental.
the only reason I say this, me personally, I said Man City.
So what
win
you
the
say
league.
again?
I said Man City.
He said
He's more
faith.
confident that City drop points than Arsenal drop
I hear
points.
it.
The
You
only
know,
reason-
I think the way he's looking at it is because Arsenal are chasing.
it's not even that. It's not even that.
We've seen City chase. We've seen them be in the chase.
No, it's not. It's not that. It's because I see.
Have we seen it in both situations?
For
bro?
me, it's I see City now as a team where they can do the chasing. Like regarding with City, as we was talking about, I feel like this season they were galaxies away from last year. Obviously, we all knew, hey, it's collapsed. I come from that. Even if when we was 3 points behind them at one point, I said it don't matter.
Yeah,
it
it's
felt like it was too far out. But this season, I feel like we are. I'll never sit on par with Man City. I think City always steps ahead, but we can finally see them. We're on the same stretch as them. We might just see the back of their shirt, but I know we can catch them. And with obviously Udogie going, obviously it's a derby against Tottenham.
Udogie out
But
the rest of the
there's a lot of injuries and all that stuff.
But if you let City, honestly,
And it's different now. Obviously, we've played a game in hand on them. They've got to now kind of catch us to an extent, if that makes sense.
We've seen them in every situation, bro.
Just
I
this
don't know
season,
how much
this
more
season, I'm
we need
more
to keep
hopeful.
telling
It's
you.
weird.
Nah, Fuzi warned me. What were you gonna say?
If you let City win the league this season, with all due respect to the Premier League,
That's a pharmacy.
it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace.
Yeah,
The only
4
reason
years
why
in a row is a farmers league.
the only reason why I say this is this season he's been taking the piss so many times. This season he's not even taking it seriously. This season, you know when Elias has got his nice little ball next to his bed and says, "This is my favorite player."
This is the player I'm going to talk about today.
This is my favorite player.
What position am I playing today? Rico Lewis, you can play centre mid.
Wait, bro, he's wait.
Akanji? Yeah.
What? No Luis Diaz against Liverpool. All right, cool. Stones and Madrid. Bro, he's been taking so many risks. He's been taking the piss, and the fact that he's still leading the Premier League speaks volumes about how needy.
But he's not leading right now.
I respect Pep as well.
been this season.
I respect Pep and what he's done, especially after the Real Madrid game and the way the players reacted and they played. Even though they didn't look that much of a threat, they had moments. Man City had moments when De Bruyne played a beautiful pass, a lot of short crosses into the box. I felt like they had periods of the game where they dominated Chelsea.
Of course.
But you know how it is. As champions do, they find a way to win.
Of course.
And
Of course, it's
Bernardo
listen,
Silva came in.
Bernardo gives Bernardo Silva a goal. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, we were talking about their title challenges, Arsenal. Let's move on to the Premier League section of the roundup. Arsenal went away to Wolverhampton Wanderers and won 2-0. It didn't feel that comfortable at all throughout that game. Even though Wolves had a wealth of injuries.
It wasn't even the comfortability for me. It was more of that killer in us is starting to die out. That we saw in like February, March.
The one 5-0, 6-0 by the half. Yeah.
Obviously, I was never anticipating beating.
never gonna- yeah.
I was never
I
anticipating.
think that's what
beating
Arteta was trying to do because he
5-0,
put Rice,
6-0.
Havertz, Odegaard. So he always tries to kill the game.
Even I remember us having this conversation with Ilias and someone else.
Chunks.
Where no, it wasn't Chunks. It was someone else, and he told me this. I think it was Phil and Elias when we was at the game because they told me about the starting 11, and it was Elias. We were talking about the starting 11. I was like, I was not happy with Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard in midfield.
Yeah.
Me personally, I just felt like that Havertz experiment. It's cool, but just play him to where we dominated.
Give me the Jorginho, Rice,
I
Odegaard
didn't
midfield.
even want that. I
You want Partey?
wouldn't mind. I wanted TP5 to start, bro, because
You've been begging for him. The whole time.
bro, for so long. Because why? Because he's been injured, yes, but we've had him now for a month and a half, injury free. Don't come from. The one thing Arteta's been raving about for a month and a half is we finally got a squad. We finally got a team. We finally got all our players back. So I thought, you know what? And the one thing that cost us last season was injuries. Obviously, this season going into April, being in the Champions League and all that stuff is
Having
like,
a full squad.
we've got the depth now to go challenge. Never mind win the league, go challenge for the league. And I thought, you know what? He's gonna utilize his team. He's gonna utilize the bench players that he's got. But bro, it's
There's
been
no
a 12,
rotation.
13-man rotation for the whole flipping season.
You still got Smith
and
Rowe on
it's
the bench. You got
bro,
Fabio Vieira.
Bro, it's killing me, bro. I'm looking at him going, the reason there's always, whenever Thomas Partey comes on, there's only one person that gets so gassed when he comes on, and it's our best player, Martin Odegaard. Why is that? Because he knows he don't have to go into them pockets to pick up the ball no more.
Why does he have to do that?
Because he don't trust Rice. He don't trust. No, Jorginho's got it, but Jorginho's hesitant. Whereas Thomas Partey, he knows.
Doesn't
he
need
ain't
a-
gonna-
doesn't
he ain't
need a
gonna worry about
second-
that.
don't need
He
a
says,
second.
I'm in a triangle here. Oh shit, I got the ball. That's the confidence Partey gives. And I thought, okay, cool. You know what? It might be a tough game to go into. Molyneux, go away, start the game.
Yeah.
He might not have much. He might not have much in him.
I think.
But he pissed me off, bro.
And rightly so. I think Arsenal are fortunate.
What pissed me
I think
off?
Arsenal are fortunate that Wolves had a lot of injuries because
Oh,
in that
100%.
first
It's like that
first
young star
half,
Chiro.
he had his debut. I think in that first half especially because usually the pattern that I've seen of Arsenal, I'd say in 2024, is blitz them in the first 30 minutes,
And
take
cruise
them
control.
over, and the rest of the game is yours. This really wasn't like that. The first half, we conceded chances to Wolves. Arsenal weren't really themselves when they were playing. And we look at that second half. And to be fair, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the character that is necessary to win the league title. I know in the second half, you looked a lot more like Arsenal that we knew. And then get the second goal. I think in general it was
I
quite
thought-
eventful. Not a
I
very
thought
eventful game.
Wolves grew into the
They
second
did,
half.
they did, but I felt like Arsenal.
It's still control.
Yeah, I felt like the control was more than in the first half, for example. I felt like there were.
I can't remember
Chances
Wolves
for
making
Wolves.
out like a clear-cut chance for me.
Yeah, but then again, remember as well, within that second half, they took off Juan because he's just come back from injury to play
They brought
Mario,
on
to play
Lemina,
Mario
but-
Lemina up front.
Yeah, exactly.
It-
So they were struggling, and it comes back to what I'm talking about in terms of I can't understand the hopefulness that increases this season. Obviously, as I agree that fans should be hopeful. I don't understand it because we've seen the Villa game where Arsenal didn't punish them in the first half. So they were doing the same kind of thing where they blitzed Villa in the first half and they didn't punish, which can happen. I think that happened in the West Ham game early in the season where I felt like Arsenal were the better team against West Ham, but West Ham come away with the result. But in that second half, you see that you can get at them. Emery did well in that second half against Villa. I mean, we went on a Bayern game. Obviously, that's Champions League, and Bayern sit off and they're ready to just pick Arsenal off, and they did a very, very professional job of that. And Arsenal didn't play like themselves, and I felt like the midfield was really, really poor. You move on to what you're talking about TB5. I agree. I think TB5 should be getting more minutes because he's one of Arsenal's best players. And talk about Odegaard. What it gives Odegaard is I can be in the pocket and I know I'm receiving the ball to my back foot already, so I can go. And I've heard criticism of Odegaard recently in terms of the fact that he might be a bit too safe. We can't forget this guy was the only person to create a chance at the Allianz for Arsenal.
Bro, he home and away, he was unreal.
The only player,
was unreal
the
home and
only
away.
player that I could really like. I know a lot of Arsenal fans have been talking about world class players, all this kind of stuff that they have, and I've always said that you guys have zero. The closest is Odegaard.
Yeah. No,
closest for me is Odegaard.
now I agree with that.
I call that forceful criticism.
In terms of the too safe thing, I listen. I do hear it because I think Bruno Fernandes is brilliant because he is the guy that makes things happen. He won't do safe,
Because I don't get
and
it.
that would be too far the other side, extreme.
I don't get it. When you get that, you say, "Oh, this is too much." He's playing this
hero ball.
But when he
Hero
doesn't,
ball.
I want
Ball's a
more. I
bomb.
want more. So what do you want?
You can't win.
You cannot.
I call it forceful criticism.
But for me,
Yeah.
regarding when I was talking about Thomas Partey, what annoys me, not regarding with Arteta, it's you've had him, you've played him 60 minutes against Luton. He don't touch the pitch against Brighton.
He's been fit for like 8
Against
weeks,
Villa.
bro.
Against Brighton first. Remember, it was against
Oh, yeah,
Brighton.
Brighton,
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, cool. You know what? I hear it. We've got Champions League first leg thingy. Gives him scrap minutes. I'm like, okay, cool.
And the cameos
whatever.
weren't great.
Yeah,
Naturally,
it happens.
naturally,
They come from.
Naturally,
So I'm like,
weren't
okay,
great.
cool. Against Villa, I don't think he touched the pitch.
I don't think you're ever going to bring him on if you're chasing the game.
Exactly, makes sense.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at him going, so how he's fully fit? I know he's arguably our best six he's our best six.
Yeah.
With that line, he's our best midfielder. If it's not Odegaard, I'm definitely for me it's like 1A, 1B between them two.
yeah.
So I'm like, what's going on?
It's an
The
issue,
moment
it's
I
an
watched
issue.
because when he played against Bayern Munich first leg, he was sloppy a little bit. But
Saka
we didn't
issue
score
was
because
it?
of his pass. That's the thing that we didn't have. Jorginho had a great Bayern Munich game, but regarding this situation, I'm like,
that forward
why,
passing, bro? It's that
like,
impetus.
what are you waiting for? Because you can't just now chuck him at White Hart Lane because it's our next game. And
Okay,
without,
I think you're playing him at Chelsea, though.
This becomes an issue now because now we talk about Declan Rice. Declan Rice has been a brilliant player for Arsenal this season.
amazing.
And if we look at his career, a player that has developed incredibly. From centre half to becoming an improving defensive midfielder, the main man for West Ham moves on to Arsenal. He provides a lot of tactical issues. He's awkward with Declan Rice. As a 6, everything that you mentioned about TB5, he doesn't provide. Odegaard has to feel like he has to come deeper to get the ball. It causes issues. As an 8, I'm not convinced by Declan Rice either. I don't know how you guys
I'm
feel
way
about him
more
as 8.
convinced of him. Yeah.
Especially
As
when
an
you got
8.
Partey and
Yeah.
Odegaard
As
and
an
Rice.
8,
Yeah.
what does he provide you in the final third as an 8?
Goals
Or
and
is that
assists, more or less.
Yeah.
Goals and assists, more or less.
Has he been doing that this season? Or is that something you want to see in the future?
No, he's been doing it this season. I think it's his best goal type. Is his best.
Yeah, it's been
GA
best.
talent.
I've seen some of the
Assisting from
headers.
set pieces, though.
Harsh. Wait, tactical. Wait. He's.
I think he's an issue. I think that you are looking for an 8 in the market. No? I think you guys want to sign
I think
another
now
midfielder.
they're looking
Wait,
more
wait,
for
wait.
it. They signed Rice to be the 6 and noticed obviously that because remember we signed Havertz to play in midfield.
Yeah.
We all
That's
know
not happening.
That's not happening. So
We-
what
and I've
happened?
been saying that
So
all season.
Yeah, we all
We
know.
know
Most of us
Best
have
midfielder.
been. Most of us have been saying that all season.
We've all have been.
Yeah.
So basically what happened at the Community Shield the first game where Havertz played as a striker. We had Thomas Partey at the 6, we had Declan Rice at the 8, and Odegaard as a 10.
Is that
our
your
best
final
midfield.
team?
That's our
Me
best midfield.
personally, that is my dream midfield because yes, I understand Rice has got the legs for him and Partey. We know Partey's legs have started to go.
Yeah.
We've seen it. But the brilliance of him on the ball is second to none. Only Odegaard and for me, Fabio Vieira have got that pass in them that Thomas Partey has.
So, just to be clear, we know Partey's being phased
And
out
Jorginho,
now.
actually.
We know
Let's not disrespect Jorginho.
Partey's being phased out now.
Yes,
He's not
100%.
in the
Yeah.
future plans.
Yeah, 100%.
So the reality is he's going to be your 6.
I think they look. I
think they're
personally
looking at
believe.
6.
Another 6.
I personally believe they're looking for a 6 more than an 8.
I think that's why
compared to
that's why I've
before.
seen links to Zubimendi.
Okay, just to be clear, at the Allianz, in possession,
No, he was crap
no,
as an 8.
you are a man
You're
down.
right. No,
No,
you're
you are a
right.
man down.
You're right. He
in
was
possession,
crap.
you are a man down.
He got boxed out. He got killed by Goretzka, who's having a
he
shit
played like-
season.
he played like McTominay.
By Munich.
He played like McTominay.
Crap is too harsh,
There's no denying. There's moments he was okay, especially second leg up against Barcelona. I mean, Bayern Munich. Sorry, he was not amazing, but he wasn't awful.
You don't think he was awful at
But he
Allianz?
was, but he was more bad than good at
Yeah,
Allianz.
okay,
That's what I'm saying.
okay.
He wasn't like a liability.
Yeah.
Come from
In
First
possession, I think he was a liability. Out of possession, he still provided. He
Because-
wouldn't have nicked the ball.
But I
Caught
think
line
you
one
saw
or two
some of
times.
Rice's best form this season when you saw Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard. Jorginho.
Yeah, but he was
is a
next to
good-
Jorginho at the Allianz, and he was with Odegaard. That was that midfield
in the,
against
in the
Odegaard.
Prem though.
Yeah, no, in the Prem for sure. Yeah, yeah. Champions League's another level. Yeah, it's another level.
I'm definitely with you, but I think that's more to do with tactical tweaks and coaching.
I think
Regarding
also
because
Timber.
I don't think
Timber
that's,
is
Timber.
remember
Timber.
Tommy has to change the
Timber.
second leg as well regarding that. But with Rice at that game, it was more of I don't think he's been tactically coached and has
and now-
adapted.
okay,
So you wanted to say
So
something.
what I wanted, what you wanted at
What
the
are we doing
8th
here? What are we doing?
against
What are we
England.
doing here?
What are you
Hold on,
doing
hold on.
here?
What are we doing here? I think the Declan being bad or shit against Bayern, that's harsh.
You
I
don't
wanna
think
know
he was
that-
bad?
He wasn't
I wanna-
great.
I wanna
He was-
go
bro,
back-
I can't lie, he
I wanna
wasn't
go
great.
back-
Did you
wanna-
watch the game against Bayern?
I did watch the game.
And you don't think he was bad?
the whole team was
How
bad?
did you watch the game if Real Madrid and Man City at the same time?
It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
How could
Declan Rice was bad?
I want to go back to what you said. He's a tactical.
Issue. I think it's awkward.
awkward.
He makes it awkward.
Please, where from what
In the
game?
six,
From
in
what
the
did you
six,
gather from that?
in the 6.
And look
we
at
just
this Prem
discussed.
for me, and don't look at Champions League for me.
I can't not though, because that's the
What do you-
that's
what
where
do
you're
you
going.
gather? What do you
Champions
gather?
League. But anyway, okay, we'll park the Champions-
I know what you mean because for me, regarding Declan Rice, we didn't at spells we played to his greatest strength, which is we know he's arguably, if not the best, powerful runner.
Oh my God.
on the ball.
Yeah. When he
In the
drives,
box.
Forwards
When
and
he
backwards.
drives, he's frightening.
Forwards
bro.
and backwards.
He's
he comes
frightening.
from
He's
the
a
left
runner.
side
He's
as
a
well.
runner.
You're
Yeah,
coming
he
from,
drives.
and that's
For sure,
one
runner.
of his biggest strengths. That, and also obviously he's a very good dead ball person as well.
Yeah.
Regarding he can cross the ball, he's got good whippage and all that stuff. The only thing that I'm not a fan of, and I
Progressive
hope
passing.
is he can't break lines. He's not a progressive passer, which
Awkward.
annoys me. He's got
Is that what you meant?
Awkward. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's from the 6. That's the issue.
That's
for me.
that's my only
your
issue
six
with this
behind
guy.
you is meant to be the progressive passer, and he's the one
Say
that's
again.
meant, as in like the person next to him, Jorginho, is the one meant to
No, but
break
the
lines.
ideal situation is that you don't need someone holding his hand, and then you can have another body forward
I
up.
don't think he's holding his hand because
Oh, he
he's
definitely is.
Doing, yeah, he's doing the engine of the left side. Of
No,
the
he is. And let me be clear. My opinion is that he is one of the signings of the season and has been brilliant in terms of ground covering. And I feel like
Bro, he
midfield-
genuinely second half won us like the second goal.
Yeah.
He's
We
the
saw him.
reason we
What's
put that game to
the
bed.
Wolves game?
The Wolves game. He's the reason we put that game to bed. And
Because there was some runs he was
obviously
doing on left.
Faisal-
he was doing that
Faisal
left wing
still
sometimes.
trying to struggle
you
to
still have an
understand.
issue. What do you have an issue with? From the 6, he doesn't break lines the way that Partey does. That makes him awkward
That's
in the
scary.
6.
That's
And in
No,
the
no, no.
8,
My problem is he said that forget Champions League. Just look at the
Even
Premier
in the
League.
Premier League.
And then you said, but I can't disregard the Champions League.
because that's where they're moving to.
In
They're,
that
they're,
case,
they're a
well,
Champions
okay,
League team.
in that case, Phil Foden against Real Madrid didn't have a good games. So why can't
In the second game, I don't think he was good at Etihad for Foden.
the first game, beside the goal,
attack him.
he didn't have
And
the
attack
second
him,
game. He didn't have a good game.
it's-
But
it's
why?
a-
But why are you
That's
not?
a bad comparison. Foden and Rice is a bad comparison.
because
if Foden gets a goal in the Champions League at the Bernabeu, he's impacted the game. He's done his job.
And with
Do you see
Foden,
what I'm saying?
for
He's
me-
had 3 bad halves out of 4, but Declan Rice.
Okay, so was Jude Bellingham's performance today great?
Yes,
in
he
Classico?
was today great.
Overall, it's not his best performance. But
It was not the best performance if you actually. But this is the problem with you guys. But you don't win here. You don't win here.
No, but listen, you have to let me learn for you to understand my point. Just
Learn why Jude Bellingham had a bad game today. Then
You said
Forget about
yourself.
Jude's
One
situation.
second. No, but I'm gonna bring because you said yourself, Christensen, who I didn't think have a good game. You said Christensen made it very awkward for Declan.
In the first half,
Jude
because he
Bellingham.
wanted it, yeah.
No problem. I'm just saying that if Jude Bellingham, it doesn't matter to me that he had issues in the first half because he decided the game. Foden, it's not crazy to me that the burnout, didn't have his best game, but he impacted the game as he was needed to. Does that make sense?
So the only way for you to impact the game is by scoring. So a midfielder...
Saka first.
Well, you're telling me you can't impact a game without having to score an assist then?
Who said that?
Your argument is...
I'm saying that my issue with them, I don't have an issue with them if their performance isn't bad, if they decide the game. The way that Jude Bellingham did today and the way that Foden did in the first leg. Okay. What's not to understand about that? Is that clear?
Okay.
So that's what both of them did. That's the only point I'm making. You're comparing it to Declan Rice and Phil Foden. I don't think it's a fair comparison because he impacted the game by scoring a goal. Declan Rice, I needed him to do more in that Champions League game, and I don't think he did at the Allianz. What did you think about his Allianz performance?
Hold on. What did he do in the first leg then? So
I think Goretzka had a good game against him in both legs.
He got.
But an Arsenal fan is sitting here telling you, I don't really know what you're arguing, bro.
No. So what? One person says it. That means
I'm saying a rival fan's
but
perspective, and
you are a different Arsenal fan.
Bro, I
Perceived, did he play well?
I was at the
in
ground.
both
He didn't
legs?
have his best game.
Bro, I was at the.
I find it hard.
I was at the ground. I watched him.
I
was at the ground. I seen him.
No.
I think you could ask
Do you know
any
how?
person to talk to him on the pod.
Do you know it's similar to Rice when you're expecting of a level
Bro.
and he didn't have that
Rice
level
is-
against
I think
Bayern.
Rice
No,
is so
the tactical. What baffles me is where you used to. What is it? Tactical liability.
He's tactically awkward. No, I just
a
think
Liability is. It's
liability is
not
not
him. It's not him.
tactical awkward.
Yeah.
I think that's very harsh. For me, I still think tactically
Because you
awkward-
want him to
you can't
break the
criticize
lines.
a player. Subhanallah. Akhi, the guy he doesn't break lines about that.
No, but look at the left-sided eights we have that he's used.
Yeah.
Havertz, Xhaka.
Yeah.
Did they break lines? Xhaka
Xhaka did.
breaks lines.
And
Well,
I
Xhaka
don't
did
think
break
I don't think
lines.
Havertz is a midfielder.
But then he's
So
been
you
playing him in the left-sided eight
I
because
think that's a
he's the
mistake.
one who pushes furthest
Because
forward.
if you thought I said Rice makes it awkward tactically sometimes, Havertz is, I don't know. I don't know what that sign. I still don't know what that signing was. Because are you guys looking for a 9?
I don't know what he's looking for in the summer.
You might be looking for a striker.
You might be looking for a 9 or a left-sided eight. I don't know which one. Or 6.
Either way, both of those positions,
winger
he's played Havertz
for
both of the
Fulham.
positions. So why did you spend 65 million on Havertz? For him to be backup?
No.
So if he's starting, do you look for a 9?
Well, I think we'll look for a left winger still.
As
bad as it sounds, I think
my point is that Havertz and Rice.
really still forcing the Havertz
Havertz
experiment.
definitely more than Rice because Havertz, I think, is not a midfielder, and I don't think he's been brilliant at the number 9.
He's
been good.
No, he's grown into that midfielder role, but we know. I think that there's a ceiling to it, and I feel like he's never going to surpass to what we as Arsenal fans view him as.
Yeah.
So we said we all want him to push further forward. We've seen it. Like I said, the same thing with Declan Rice. I feel like there's much more.
Yeah.
Of his game that he can grow, and regarding all that stuff. But going back to when you said with the Bayern Munich stuff, Goretzka and Liner took him out of what he does best.
Yeah.
He wasn't ball carrying. Yeah. He wasn't the Declan Rice that you've seen against Sheffield United, the Palaces,
This is what
the
we're
West
saying,
Ham,
the level
and
he's
all that
given
stuff.
us
There's a
compared to
different level to it,
Yeah.
and that's all
He'll
a
improve.
tactical
He'll
tweak by Tuchel of what he did because arguably Goretzka at Emirates was his best game this season. He's been crap the whole Bundesliga has been shit,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
He
he
hasn't
turned
been
up.
great.
He turned up.
How the hell
He
did we
turned
come
up.
into it going,
He
oh,
turned up.
Goretzka actually look like a good player?
Yeah.
Because it's that. And I felt like regarding that game, Declan Rice looked like, I'm not saying he was out of place, but I feel like he got stunned.
Yeah.
But how he played, like how he perceived
Yeah.
and how he received.
I think
how
he knew
played.
himself.
And he knew himself.
But I know a lot of Arsenal fans are going to hear that we say that he doesn't break line and give us the stat that he's got the most progressive passes.
No.
Eyes.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes.
Those eyes that God gave you. Yeah. We can see quite clearly, and we have to be clear when you see a statistic like progressive pass. That means if my fullback is in front of me and I'm here and I pass to him there, diagonally, it's a progressive pass. Like let's just be clear about that, right? And also, he has improved his whole career.
100%.
Like he's literally been non-stop going up like this in his career, Declan Rice. My only question is, have we ever seen someone who doesn't have the ability to break lines? I feel harsh comparing him to Partey or Rodri because them two are crazy levels.
Forget that. Just compare it to our ones, which is Jorginho and Partey.
Okay.
So you already got
So
two
Jorginho and Partey, who are two people who are progressive on the ball. When have we ever seen someone who doesn't have that learn it? I feel
don't know.
like
I don't know. But regardless,
I don't think we've seen that ever, really.
With that being said, with
let's finish off
with
this
Rice,
point,
yeah, sorry, yeah.
I
Rice is,
think I do feel sorry for him because we're starting to run his legs to the ground. Kind of thing. 'Cause
But he's doing double.
He's
got 5 games left.
He's doing 2 man's jobs
Yeah.
in one. But going back to the game, as we was talking about, I felt like it was very tame. We got the job done. I'm happy. I'm more than happy.
That's
with
what
that.
it was all
Yeah,
meant to be.
I'm more-
And
I'm
then-
more-
Yeah,
I'm-
for sure. And getting back
I'm
on
more
the
than
route,
that.
Exactly.
I was very
If
happy
we
with
go to
Fingers'
Chelsea
performance,
and we do another like one
Yeah.
of those games where it's a tame game, but we end up getting the 3 points, now the pressure's all on City. Now it's all
I
done.
was very happy with. I'm not actually. I was happy with Gabriel Jesus' performance. I think he led the line very well. Obviously,
I think Kivio struggled. I'll be honest, man.
he did.
Yeah, the first
To an
half.
extent,
In the first
definitely.
half.
To an
First
extent,
half.
definitely. But with Jesus, I felt like it was a vintage Jesus performance.
That
Obviously, we knew he didn't get the goal.
He dropped
but
so
he was.
deep, man.
That assist,
there's
by the way,
moments where,
that
yeah.
assist to
That's prime Jesus.
that assist. I saw people say he didn't mean it. The fact that he,
No, for sure. It's Jesus,
the,
man. Yeah.
that the way he improvised that out of nowhere.
And Trossard's finish as well.
Put
and Trossard
shoulder
finished well,
into
yeah.
it. That.
Just 2 points on Arteta. You mentioned something about how his squad is the rotation that he uses is quite small, and then
It's
some
very small.
players are quite isolated and can feel like they're a bit dejected about it. I'd like to see how that progresses. I think Alex mentioned this as well, and I saw him tweet as well. Because how many years can you go if the squad is about 13, 14, and then it's world class players, then afterwards, then those players that you need, squad rotation players, might still feel like they're not part of the plan of the manager. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think it's a huge issue.
With Arteta and that situation, for me, it's why sign Reece Nelson to another contract?
And
No,
give him
why-
and give him the wages.
Eddie
yes.
as well.
Don't cover him. Why give these players these opportunities where you're promising them this situation? You knew what you was getting yourself into, in a sense of we was going to compete again. It's Arteta. We was going to compete again.
Yeah.
His worry was, I don't want my players to fatigue and be less performative towards the back end of the season, which we've always said about Saka. The one thing we've always said about Saka is,
Business end of the season.
business end of the season,
Where are
he
you?
drops off. Where are you?
Yeah.
But we know he's getting kicked, he's getting batters, bruised, ankles, all that stuff.
Limping.
When it comes to this end, that's where the meme comes in. So now it's like, oh, what do? You find a replacement. Okay, cool. You didn't find a replacement. We could have let Reece Nelson go for a free. They probably understood, it's not a good financial move.
Okay, let me ask you this
Let's
then.
re-sign him. Hopefully get rid of him in the end at the end of the season. I like Reece Nelson, but he's not been given the opportunities to what he deserves.
Let me ask you this question then.
Or Fabio Vieira even.
Let me ask you this question for Eddie, for Fabio, for Smith Rowe when he's come back from injury, and for Reece Nelson. You guys offered the contract early on. Do you think this is a question for you because Arteta must have promised them something
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, X, Y, and Z in off season. Do you think he see them in training? He's gave them the early chances first half of the season, then offer nothing, and now he decided, they're not good enough.
Nah, but Fabio changed that Fulham game. Like he's
So why
given
do you
him
think
performance.
they're not at the moment?
The thing with Fabio Vieira, the one I've looked at is like he had a pretty serious surgery there. I think he did straight after he got a red card against Brentford. I forgot who it was. It was at home. So he was out for like 3-4 months. So he's had a similar injury that Emil Smith Rowe had.
Okay.
Like a little groin injury.
So what about Reece and Eddie?
Reece and Eddie? I don't understand the one
They're
of Reece.
very. What I do know is they're very respected at the club and by the players.
In the dressing room.
But I genuinely believe Arteta has that pep thing where he won't play someone
He's scared to rotate.
with no reason. Like, don't come from like you start to question it. That it happened to Ramsdale. He didn't understand why he got dropped.
I don't think Pep's
we
scared
came
to
to find
rotate.
out.
No, I'm saying Arteta's scared to
No,
rotate.
Arteta.
Not Pep.
No, as in
Pep has the quality players.
Yeah.
He's looking at Reece and Eddie. Said, I don't know.
Yeah,
if
like because they've not been injured. They've been fit all season. And I understand the Eddie situation because you genuinely went from being second option to third option because Havertz got pushed further up.
Yeah.
That coming from. So
I'll
I
be
looked
real,
at
every time Eddie does come on.
it doesn't give you much.
I know I'm probably being harsh on him because you're only giving 5-10 minutes.
exactly.
That's probably harsh. But at least give me something that.
you're right.
with games like
But you can't do that though.
No.
A striker can't impress within 5
No,
10
I'm not
minutes.
even saying score a goal. I'm not even saying assist. I'm just saying give me something where I'm like, oh, you know what?
so
This
tough
guy
to
give
cut-
me
but
something.
how can you come into a game?
He's been
how
given
can
10
you do
minutes.
that?
He's been
But
given 15
how
minutes.
It's so tough to come in
But
and take game
exactly,
15
exactly.
minutes.
How
But
can
you're
you
playing
impress?
you're playing for a team that's title challenging. You're playing for a top 2, 3 Premier League club. You know you're gonna get scrap minutes. How about you come in and show me something where you can
He's
give
not
something?
that level of player though.
But that's what
Like
I'm
for
saying.
example, when United won the
Expectations.
titles,
It's
like
expectations.
if Ollie's on the bench, Ollie would start for a lot of other teams that were happening in the league that time. Do you see what I'm saying? Eddie might just be a level below that,
Yeah.
where you can't really impact the
Yeah,
game. in
no,
15
100%.
minutes.
But for me, I feel like with Arteta, based on last season, there's been moments of brilliance where Reece Nelson gave us Bournemouth,
Yeah.
Eddie and Nketiah gave us against you guys, and when he
Yes,
got back the
yes.
brace. So there is trust there. He
Of
knows
course,
the
of
ability
course. And
and
they
the trust
can
and
do-
everything is
yeah,
there. They can do that in the business, and when they're called upon, but you can't do it. You can't now cry. You can't cry and go, okay, cool, we lost the league. Because last year's argument with us lot was, hey, Saliba was injured. Reason we lost the league.
Okay.
There's no reason. We had Rob Holden playing. We had Kivio that came brand new. This, that.
So-
Now, bro, there's only one person that I ain't played for. It's Jerry Timber.
Yeah.
Everyone else has had games. Tommy Yasu's obviously he just
down again.
He's
Almiron-
out again.
Almiron, you
After
gotta
Bayern
look at- you
Munich-
gotta look at
bro, I've been saying it for a while, but but we've got depth regarding them situations.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
Trust them. Why are you running these guys to the ground and then next week you're
Yeah.
playing
It's
them
an
again?
issue.
And then
I think we just look at that with Arteta.
I like-
I don't know.
Let's talk
Go
about
back to the
Wolves
game.
then.
let's talk
I
about
really like João Gomez, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's such a quality midfielder, man.
Yes.
He was the only one that was
Trying for you.
trying for Wolves. In a sense, they had Hugo Bueno playing right wing,
Yeah.
left wing. Sorry, they don't.
Doherty on other wing.
Doctor. Like, I understand, short-handed Wolves
the
side,
with all the
but
injuries as
him,
well,
honestly, when I watched him yesterday, I was like, there was moments I'm like, he's dominating.
I saw him
But
go-
spells in the game, I'm like, he's genuinely dominating. I've said, how do Wolves pull this off? Like every single time, they'll find someone from Portugal, they'll find someone from Brazil.
I saw him think. I saw him playing right
so
wing.
good.
I saw him playing midfield, and that's the
Bro.
reason why he started for Brazil in the last international.
surprised.
In the last,
I'm not gonna lie, I got a
In
bit
the last
nervous when I saw
international
Sarabi and Nori come on though. Man.
I know it's
They
scary,
might have a
man.
dagger, man.
I think João Gomez, he's a midfielder that, if Arsenal to look at someone, that guy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie,
Honestly.
Odegaard's getting that thing treatment where as soon as he got the ball in the first half, bro, he was getting flooded. I think João Gomez was on him.
Bro, deservedly so as well.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he's
There's a lot
been,
of
he's
players-
been
there's a lot-
since
Do
that
you know,
game that
you
talking
mentioned
to.
that's what I like about João Gomez. Off the ball, he's really tenacious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
100%. As soon as Odegaard had the ball, next to him, Traore as well.
there's a lot of players for Wolves that can go. I know he can go pretty much any.
Bro, they've got
he-
so many-
Nori, I think you should look at him.
Them look, Liverpool should look at
He's
him.
not a left back, he's a 10.
Man City should look at
I've
him.
seen him dribble past 6 brothers before.
Man
He's not
City,
normal.
Man
He's dribbled
City,
past 1 or 2 players of us.
Bro, he's not normal,
Man
bro.
City, Liverpool, Man United,
Yeah.
even us lot, we could
Yeah,
look
how
at
can I
him.
forget about our left back situation?
Liverpool, Chelsea could look at him. Only Spurs are like, yeah, you can be happy with Doge.
What about Wang?
He's wham, but
He's blam, you know.
yeah, no, bro.
He's a big
Bro, we
brother.
saw him live. Bro, I said, "Yowza!" But,
No, he scored against us.
No,
and he
he's-
looked at
he's-
the star player. We're like that.
Nah.
he looked at him. He looked at him.
Nah, he
I'm
looked
like-
at stars.
eye
He looked at-
contact.
he looked at him.
Do you know stars saying like, "Hey, I said, calm down."
Yeah, no, that's
Don't
100%.
worry, man.
No, Hwang, he technically sound like he's a good player.
I mean, fair play to Gary O'Neill, man. Like,
He's done a tremendous
He said
job.
after the
Fair play
game
to
that he
him,
was
yeah.
really, really proud of his players.
Fair play
Bro.
to him.
Oh, yeah, you got to go in.
No, I don't. Fair play to him.
He's
no.
actually a really good manager, man.
he is.
He's a really good manager.
Wolves are currently 11th in the league. They got 5 games left. I think they're gonna.
No one
probably
gave him a
finish it.
chance early this season.
Alright,
you know.
bro.
No one gave him a
Predictions,
chance.
I said they're going down.
No, but
I
bro,
said
you aren't the
they're
only
going
one.
down. I
Don't think
said
you're the only
they're
one.
going
You aren't the only one, bro.
I had him 17th or 16th. You know.
And a wealth of injuries as well. It's crazy.
Bro.
I
That's
think
crazy,
give him. I can't lie. Fair play. Give him. Put Cunha as a 10 and give him an actual striker.
And guess what? They didn't
that
have.
can score 15, 20 goals.
Remember, they didn't even have a chance to win this summer.
They didn't.
It's all off that. It's
They
all of
did.
what
They did. It was all
Man.
Julian. It's all Filopatiki. But fair play to him.
Yeah.
Smash.
Shout
Let's
out
go-
Gaza O'Neill.
We got a Wolves fan, probably not a fan who usually contributes to as a
Yes, sir.
correspondent.
Appreciate
He
it.
said, as expected, the second half was significantly worse than the first with players such as Hwang, who was just about fit to play the first half coming up for Lamina, leaving us with no senior experience up front of Cunha being unable to play during the injury he sustained against Forest. Last week, it was down to a young Chirel. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Chirel? That guy?
Or the guy. Yeah.
Debut.
Carrera, one of them.
Apologies. Who had little service in the game to search for an equaliser, making it apparent that we were unlikely to get one. João Gomez and Boubacar Traore impressed in this game, as well as Jose Sarr, who made a few crucial saves, apart from the second goal, which he could be to blame for. Did really well to keep the scoreline as low as it was. Overall, not really unhappy with the performance, as our season is done and dusted. But I look forward to see what occurs from here on out in the title race as we get to the business end of the season. Another team that's fighting for the title is Liverpool. They currently go second. They beat Fulham away. They won 3-1. A bit nervy because they
Shout
won.
out to the correspondent as well. The Wolves correspondent just sent that.
Yeah, probably not sent. He was in our playback chat as well for the El Clasico, man.
God,
Real
mate.
one, man.
Legend.
Quality. But listen, Liverpool, they are currently second.
Massive win.
74 points.
They
Arsenal 74
are.
points.
They are. I want to say like a dark horse
Yep.
in the sense of like.
But they need 2 teams
Yeah.
to drop points now.
No, 100%. But
That's even
regarding
more
that,
difficult.
all they got to do is stay within us. They'll come from back. Well, they're not. Now everyone's looking at. As soon as obviously we lost and Liverpool lost, but everyone's still looking at it as Arsenal and City.
yeah.
Without saying that Liverpool are the same points as us.
Yeah.
Their goal difference, even if you check their goal difference, bro, they're not far.
They're not
far away from Liverpool, from Man City and us.
No, they're no. They've
They are currently
conceded.
on 43 goal difference. We're on 51.
And what's Man City on?
44. So they're only one.
With a
goal
game in hand,
difference,
so
obviously.
obviously.
Wait. How many down? 40.
3.
And you guys on 51.
One.
Okay, so 8. Okay.
And City are 42.
Okay.
44, sorry. 44.
44.
Sorry, the one.
But with City, we've got a game in hand, so we don't know how that thing goes.
They got Brighton away.
But overall, Liverpool. I watched. I was going between both games.
Yeah, we watched as well at yours.
And then your
quite
boy,
surprised.
Your boy with the free kick, man.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
I didn't understand.
I mean,
get
if
me
you guys saw
started.
my tweet, man, you saw Faisal laying back in the chair like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Don't
loving
give me
it.
I didn't
Loving a bit
understand
too
it
much,
though.
to be
I
honest.
obviously, what a magnificent free kick, but what annoyed me, I think 5 minutes before
Harvey
that,
Elliott took the free
Harvey
kick.
Elliott
Harvey Elliott had the
similar
audacity.
place, and I went,
Similar place.
why are you letting this guy take it?
Had the audacity to take it, but
Against his old club, that's our problem.
Old club hype, man.
it's still don't ever take it from Trent. But fair play for club changing the team. McAllister didn't start.
Salah
Salah didn't start.
Nunes didn't
Darwin didn't
I
start.
always
Joao
love the way he pronounces McAllister.
Yeah,
Because there's a pause in his name.
Yeah.
On his shirt it says Mac and then Alistair.
But
He
which-
pronounces it the right way, I think.
Yeah.
McAllister.
But I don't think he's.
but he's Scottish descent.
Yes, that is true. That's true. Alexis McAllister, yeah.
But shout out for not of course after the Atalanta defeat, which is a bit heartbreaking. But for them to rest
Such a Liverpool fan now. Go on.
Heartbreaking.
for them,
you.
for them.
They never lost as well.
Bro,
They won that game.
They conceded. I feel like they knew 3-0
They knew
down.
from
They
3-0
said,
down,
"You know
if it
what,
did-
I can't lie. There was a moment in this first half when it was 1-0 to Liverpool.
Salah
had a proper 1-on-1. The goalkeeper just came out.
Chipped
He
it.
could have easily chipped it or could have passed to Luis Diaz on the left-hand side. If that goal went in 2-0 in the first half, Liverpool's got a massive, great chance to come back. And as we've seen them, all the remontadas.
Well, they didn't. So that's just the reality of it, isn't it?
But-
They're out now, aren't they?
Trent, though. Forget the goal.
Qué jugador.
Which
All right. That's
forget,
it says
Forget-
two Faisal best wishes.
forget the goal, yeah. You know what impressed me about Trent?
Go on.
This game, yeah. He said to himself, I'm gonna take it.
Did he
and
tell
I'm
you
gonna
this?
Yeah. He called
But
me.
he said it himself.
He called me.
He called you.
He said, I'm going to make it my own without any of the star players starting up front, without McAllister starting as well. The pass that he made to Luis Diaz just 5 minutes before, the cross that he made, the freaking delivery, which Luis Diaz, of course, missed it. What a play.
Which of course Luis Diaz missed it. Never to
Which of course he missed it. But what a performance from him as a whole.
100%.
And what a performance, what a clutch performance. From,
Gakpo as well, man. Had a very good
Even
performance.
to be honest, their front three weren't too bad.
Yeah.
they weren't
Without
free.
Salah.
Yeah, without
They were
Salah.
and without Darwin, they were interchanging between
Without
them.
Darwin as well, yeah.
They were interchanging.
Darwin is like a. You don't know what you're getting from him. So he's been on the bench so many times.
Why was Salah on the bench?
I think mostly
Atalanta.
resting. I think mostly resting.
Just played Thursday.
Because McAllister as
Who
well.
else played Thursday?
McAllister,
Gaffers.
Gakpo played?
Gakpo. No, didn't
I'd
play.
like to see the lineup.
Of course
you
I
got the
will.
lineup
Of
from
course.
Atlanta.
No, but
Because it's interesting to me
trio-
as to why Salah's been benched.
the
for that game.
trio was Diaz, Darwin, and Salah.
So Diaz played again.
So the lineup
Diaz-
was Beckham in goal, Alisson in goal, Konate, Van Dijk,
Konate
Trent,
didn't start as well
which-
against Fulham.
Against Fulham, okay.
Trent on the right, Robertson on the left, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Jones is in midfield, and Diaz on the left, Salah on the right, Gakpo up top.
And
Gaffers started.
Sabasa didn't start. McAllister didn't start today. and
Jones?
I don't think Jones started today.
Jones didn't start.
Yeah, so
Okay, fair
it's
enough. It's a rotation then.
it's a rotation. This guy's got a Salah agenda. This guy's straight.
No, I was
Why
asking
didn't Salah
questions.
didn't start?
I was asking questions because in the business end for Liverpool, it's not really.
Oh,
That's the biggest myth as well. That's
the agenda.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just
the
saying. I'm
biggest-
just saying.
Agenda's got an agenda.
That, by the
Why-
way,
why-
by the
why they
way,
get
Are
hooked?
we rewriting?
Fuad,
We might be just a little bit.
by the way, Fuad saying that last week on it.
I thought
That
spot
might
on,
be
man.
one of the biggest myths we've seen. This Salah.
Are you going to
doesn't
disprove
turn
the
up.
myth?
I would. That's a conversation because that one.
Oh, so you can't disprove it now?
That's a conversation.
So it's truth until you disprove it.
It's going to take me an hour for me to discuss
No,
and
2
tell
minutes,
you.
2 minutes, 2
and
Let him
give
do
you
his research.
No. It's not about It's not
he
about
needs to
research.
go look back at
This
time.
is a conversation for another day because we were talking about this for hours and hours. The myth about Salah not turning up towards the end of the later stage of the season is an absolute myth. I saw people say, "Oh, Diaz turned up last year. Where was Salah?" Diaz last season turned up and not Salah. That's what I understood. The Salah agenda is too
agenda's
much,
crazy, yeah.
and they're just making
World-class
things,
player.
and they're just making things up.
World-class
But that's a
player, man.
conversation for another time.
He's a world-class player.
That's a conversation.
But
for
listen,
another-
they needed to go to Fulham away. They needed to get the 3
Tough
points.
ground as well. They beat us. They beat Spurs.
Fulham went to their ground, scored 3 goals, so naturally they were like
facts.
already quite.
They
well.
had
against Keller, though.
fair few half chances. They had good breakaways. Liverpool still look like a team where they get hit on a counter attack. It's a bit spooky.
I called them unsustainable early in the season, and I was crucified.
I think
We had to wait. We all said this, but you just have to wait until it happens.
Did you see the last?
I think I was the most vocal on here saying these guys were unsustainable, and I was getting killed by Liverpool fans every single day.
Did you
for
watch
it,
the
bro.
pod where Fuzi's talked about the unsustainability?
I seen a clip.
Yeah,
So
they
I
take the
seen
clip.
he finally admitted.
But as soon as they got top of the
I was sat
league
next
again-
to him, telling them that they were unsustainable.
But he said I was on cloud 9. I'm top of the league. I'm not gonna hear you unsustainable.
All right, cool. But you were on cloud 9. I was feet straight on earth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Landed.
it was a clutch result, though.
No, it was.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
especially-
Castagna equalised.
Especially with you guys. You guys, I mean, a lot of teams will go to Fulham and they don't.
Fulham did the flipping. They drew against us at home at Emirates, and they beat us
undefeated.
away.
and there was a big team as well, the top 16 who didn't win.
Spurs got Brock.
And one more, I believe. Did you guys?
We're not
they
top
saw-
16.
Bruno
no,
Fernandes
like
scored.
the
Bruno
usual
Fernandes scored
1-0
9 first
at
minute.
home.
The usual.
Yeah. It was Bruno away, no?
No, Bruno away, yeah. 1-0
home.
late in the goal. But at home, I can't remember if we won or
No,
not.
see,
I
they
think
did.
that-
I think that's
at
another
home they
team.
broke you guys.
They did
though.
broke us.
But they should have won like 4-1, but it would have made it 2-1 like 90.
That's what it was. It was in
Yeah,
Qatar that happened.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
yeah,
paid attention. I watched
yeah.
Man United.
That's the
I
one.
watched Man
I
United.
love watching
What
them
on, bro?
lose.
But I
But-
think
No,
Gareth Birch as well.
play.
Gareth scored.
All right, that was, hey, Gravenberch, bad boy goal. Bad boy
You
finish.
initially thought
Is
it was
that first?
I thought
is that
Gakpo
first
had
goal-
agenda.
Is that first goal in open play like 4.5?
Yeah, it's
5
crazy.
games?
Liverpool fans were like, "Whoa, did I just see 2 open play goals?" What was
From
They
Jota,
must
from
be
Jota,
the-
everything, yeah.
Slaughter came
From
back.
a lot of Liverpool fans, I know they were so happy to have Jota back
Yeah, he's
because he
he's
offers that
a game
different dynamic
decider.
where
He's a
he
game
just-
winner.
He scores goals.
Yeah, he's a
I
game
can't lie, he
decider.
missed.
Clutch.
I can't lie, he missed a proper sitter against Palace last week as well.
I think a lot of them missed it.
Yeah, right,
But I know what you mean, though.
The thing of Liverpool,
That was
But-
just a
but
game
it's-
where they played it like 99 times out of 100. They would have
Yeah,
scored.
their conversion rate, his conversion rate, especially him, he's allowed to miss one.
no, for sure.
He scores half chances.
He's the most clinical at Liverpool.
Yeah.
He's more
He's
clinical
the
than
best
Salah.
finisher there.
He's the better finisher than Salah.
My thing with Liverpool is that they obviously there's no scenario in which I want them to win the league title, of course. But
Maybe.
no, never ever. But
There's these one there.
they're a proper throwback team, man. And I said this a couple weeks ago as well, where you guys are system, these City are
They're
system.
adrenaline.
These guys are just a throwback team, bro. And I said it a couple weeks ago on here, and every time I watch them, I feel the same thing again. Where it's just like, we know we have better players than most opposition. Go for it. Play to your ability, and you'll get a win in the
It's
game.
like Leah said, innit? He wants to see Liverpool win because they are.
What he said, he wants to see Liverpool win.
Because they're unorthodox.
No.
Remember, he said because they're
What?
so end to end. Because
Yeah,
they're end to end.
They play the best
What
football.
was
They play the best football.
The beginning of the sentence was he wants to see Liverpool win what, the league title.
Did I say?
Yeah.
Please tell me you're quoting my bro properly.
Did I
Yeah,
start?
he did.
He predicted Liverpool to win the league.
He did. No, he predicted him. I think
He's
2 weeks
predicted
ago.
Liverpool to win the league.
2 weeks ago, he predicted.
the
him.
Yeah,
live
2
show.
weeks.
Yeah.
Players predicted it.
And he
That
wants,
Liverpool win the league title.
yeah.
And he said he wants them to win because of the way they play.
Yeah.
yeah.
Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanallah al-azim. Man United fans said they want Liverpool to win the league title.
Because they
So
play the better
you
football.
want Man City to win the league, right?
No, I need you guys to win the league.
I don't get this, man.
Wallahi, Allah's my
It's
witness.
weird. Well, everything, every United fan is weird.
The
fam.
way,
so the way
I
you
don't know.
treat
Allah-
City-
What do you guys want?
Allah's my witness. I love watching you lose. Wallah, I need you to win.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Because I love watching you lose.
so you
because,
got-
No,
because
I hear
You
it.
can't hate
I
watch. You
hate-
gotta be an Arsenal watcher. You
No,
can't hate watch
but-
because you don't want us to lose.
Wallah, I
Why-
can't,
why
but
are
both
they
ways,
like that?
because but if you lose, I'm hate watching.
Why?
If you win, because I hate your fan base, bro. You have the worst collection of fans ever collected in any situation, in any franchise of sports, in any sports ever.
I can't lie, I hear it.
Any franchise of
No, no,
sport?
no.
In any sport, F1.
You have
Ferrari fans in F1. I don't even know F1.
Dallas
I'm
Cowboys
sure
and Los
that's how
Angeles
that
Lakers, man.
I can't lie. His perception is correct. He wants you to lose, but at the same time, you
I
are
need you to
the
win.
lesser of the what's the lesser
Three
of the
evils. The lesser of
Yeah, because
three
Liverpool
evils.
and City 4
4 in a row,
Liverpool thing.
or
Yeah.
20 titles. I need you to win the title.
Yeah, of course.
Wallah, as in
Can you give me something then? Can you stop tweeting about us then? And you actually want us to win the
Yeah,
title?
Habibi, you guys, I hate your fans. But you know your fans, yeah? You know my main issue with you
Go
guys?
on.
Let me tell you, when we were shit,
It's about Liverpool.
when we are shit right now, I know. But when we are shit now,
yeah.
you guys have to go and win something. Because when you guys were meaty, we were winning everything, bro. Like, you guys don't.
You wasn't.
You finished like top, you finished like
When we
fourth.
was- when
You
we
finished
was
fourth.
Yeah.
We're talking about like 7
Meaty.
years ago.
No, no, I'm
Yeah,
not
he didn't
talking.
win anything.
Hello,
What?
listen.
They won
bro,
the FA Cup
listen,
with Justin
listen,
Lingard.
bro, listen, bro. Listen, bro.
Exactly. That's the
In
argument.
2008, where did you guys finish in the title? Fourth, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah.
So you are.
But that's a transition of
This
the
is my
Emirates.
point. So that's my point. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about 10 years. I'm not.
I thought
the
you
last
meant
10
like
years
the
we've done
last. I
nothing.
thought you meant the
No,
last
no.
10 years. That's what I thought you
We
meant.
are a clown in that last 4. Forget
cool,
about that.
I'm
I'm talking about
happy.
when United were on top of the world. You guys were mid.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Now we are worse than mid. We are awful. We're shit. You better go and win something while you're doing it. Do you see what I'm saying? Because your fan base forget that you guys have 20 years without a major title. Like sometimes I forget. I think your fans forget that sometimes, bro. And the chest that Arsenal fans speak with doesn't correlate to what Arsenal have done. And they say, "What about your team? What about your team?" It's like you guys don't realize you're in the driving seat. You guys are the main show right now. Like, act like you've been here before, kind of thing. Do you see what I'm saying? And I feel like your fan base don't act like they've
I
been
hope
there
we do
before.
win.
bro.
And I hope I don't see you.
No, you're right. You're right.
I won't
no.
be at your parade. I would let him sit on the gym. I'll go
You-
message, bro.
Everything you said right this second is absolutely correct, but you can't say to them, act like you've been there before, because
When
they
they haven't been.
can't. And half of the and 70% of the new fans, that are Arsenal fans, they haven't
It's their
seen the
first
success.
time.
So this is the first taste of
No,
success.
but you know when you support a team, just
Isn't this a
look at their
Liverpool
history.
I think
bro.
it's Liverpool for them.
Sorry, so I
I
know,
thought
but
it was
just as a
100%,
last
let's
point,
wrap this
just as a final point here. Sorry, I don't mean to
Yeah, get this
dig
over
into
with.
Arsenal
No, don't
fans.
talk
I
about it,
apologize. We do want to talk about Liverpool, but also with the Arsenal fans, when you guys are top dog and you're involved in these title races, the world's going to be looking at you. And when the world looks at you, they will criticize and they will give you praise and all this kind of stuff.
That's fair.
When they are doing that kind of stuff, you're in the driver's seat. Take it as a compliment.
Okay.
This is what it matters, bro.
And right now, the world is looking at Liverpool trying to win the league.
Yeah.
Look, this.
Shannon.
Obviously, I've always been.
farewell tour.
I've always been a big Liverpool guy. When Arsenal do crap,
Yeah.
you know,
My first ever appearance, you were wearing a Liverpool shirt.
But this
I remember.
obviously, the last couple of years, we're good friends, me and Liverpool. But
Okay.
I'm happy they've won today. No, actually, I'm not happy. I couldn't care less. But
That's nice. I'm
you
happy,
can't
but I
lie.
can get this.
no,
You can't lie.
I couldn't.
It's
No,
totally wrong.
I
You
couldn't
can't
care
lie.
less. Because the one thing that's annoyed me regarding this whole Liverpool situation is this stupid Klopp farewell tour.
They don't love you like
Bro,
that.
Klopp's Paul Pierce in this situation, bro. They don't love him like that.
Facts.
We don't care that we know he doesn't deserve. You don't deserve to win the Champions League.
Facts.
You did no Europa League. You didn't
You're
deserve
not
to win the FA
entitled
Cup.
to- facts.
You didn't deserve the Premier League because
Facts.
what? Man won you one trophy, one Premier League and a Champions League, which is amazing for a Liverpool manager.
100%.
Don't say they ain't
You go into-
stayed-
you go into the
They've seen the Champions
legendary.
League, but they haven't seen the Premier League. So credit to what Klopp's done. It's the best era in a very long time.
Absolutely.
You could even say arguably you could say the best era in their Premier League history.
No, it is.
Do you know where I'm coming
It
from?
is. It
It's
is.
a fact.
But don't milk it and tell us farewell tour. You
what I'm
got
saying.
you got brothers like Fuzi that are sitting there going, it should
it,
be ours.
it means more.
It means
Shut
more to
up,
what,
man.
It means more to him because of Klopp. I'm like, I asked my Liverpool friends this. I said, hey, why do you guys want Klopp to win this more than you guys want to win it? Like you personally, like as a Real Madrid fan, you'd want to win the title, the Champions League.
They love Klopp more than
you,
Liverpool.
After you can say, yeah, I'm so happy I won it, but I'm so happy Ancelotti.
Like, you
Farewell tour.
You'd want to win the league with title Arsenal because of the 20 years. You're not looking at it going, you know what, Mohamed Al-Nini's been part of this journey from when we were shit. Let's send him off the right way.
Suarez.
Let's send him off the right way because he's on a free transfer coming into the summer. No, just win it for yourself. That's what I was so happy. When I was all for Liverpool because we wasn't doing great then. So I was all for Liverpool challenging for the league. The moment they started doing this Miami South Beach LeBron interview with Klopp and you know all that stuff, I said, I need you to lose today. I need to lose. I was hit.
Officially start players' relationship with Liverpool over.
No, I have a good relationship with Liverpool. I just don't have.
Not right now.
Not your club.
Yeah.
Safe.
Salama.
Alhamdulillah, leaving.
No,
You might not leave
I
enough.
can't lie. I can't lie. The Miami South Beach into LeBron, wallah, it's so accurate. You know, it's so accurate. He made the decision came at mid-season.
Bro,
you say
Sky
I want
Sports
to
did a
do.
big coverage saying, "Yo, we got big news. We've not told anyone this last week. We just told the play. Safe, man.
In his mind, I
safe.
can't lie. In his mind, which I initially believed it, and I think everyone believed it. Everyone thought that's going to kickstart Liverpool.
It did.
And drag them. And it did. For a period of time, they went top and everything,
guess what?
everything was working. But then they had the same shit
looked at their watch.
as last season. As last season with you guys. After
Bro.
the international duty, boom, result. Boom, result. Boom, result. And game time.
It's like
clock
that,
is not working.
bro. It's the Pat Beth thing. Why is my watch fake? What the hell's going on?
clock is not
That
working.
was it.
Do you still got them winning the league title?
At the moment it's tough. At the moment it's not their hands. At the moment it's not even in their hands. And the thing, at the
Arsenal's
moment-
hands.
Yeah, it's in City's hand because if they win,
No, so
every
it's not in
single-
Arsenal's hands, yeah.
It's what's it called? City first, Arsenal second, and then Liverpool third. I see it very difficult for them to win it.
They've still got tough games to go. They've still got to go Wolves away. They've got to go Villa away. They've got to go. They got Tottenham at home.
Sure.
It's all tough games.
And when you watch Arsenal, when you watch City play, you feel like okay,
There's more control.
City's gonna win. When you watch Arsenal play, I can't lie. The Wolves game, I felt like you guys.
As soon as we won
you guys
1-0
controlled it.
up, it was kind of.
It was boring.
When you
but we
watch
won.
Liverpool, when you watch Liverpool play, you always feel like, oh shit,
The other team might be in
they
it.
about to concede first.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah,
But,
it's true.
credit to Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. I feel like his
You
tactics.
can't just say this
What
after
the hell
you
are you
said
saying?
my
Credit to
man.
Jurgen Klopp. You just said I'm
You
done
got-
with my man.
No, I'm done. No, I'm done. No,
This guy's buzzing.
Lock it
I'm
up.
This guy's
cutting his
buzzing.
mic.
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
move on.
I'm cutting the mic.
We're
Move
talking
on,
about.
move on.
We're talking.
Pipe bomb.
Drop the big DJ.
We're talking about today's performance, and obviously going Fulham away is
Bit of Michael Jackson.
is a tough game, but credit where it's due for him.
No, you can't do
How can you
that.
credit him after you just slated him?
Brother,
I can credit brother and not wanting to win.
No.
Nah,
It
you
don't
can't do
matter.
that. You
No.
can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
So what's hate watching it? So what this whole guy's whole argument is? I'm hate watching Arsenal. But
No, I'm with you now. I'm with you.
come on, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you.
What the hell?
Yeah,
How's the argument?
Nah,
No,
I'm backing
I
you.
can't
I'm
be valid.
backing you. Nah, I'm backing you.
But
Nah, I'm backing you.
as always, credit to Liverpool, credit to Klopp.
Land it.
I don't know actually.
Fulham. Let's talk about Fulham, man.
Yeah, Fulham are currently 12th. They're one position
Guess who's
below.
at the game today as well? Jose Mourinho.
He's at the Fulham. I want him to be Liverpool manager, inshallah.
Is he replacing Marco Silva?
Huh?
Marco Silva, no?
He can't manage Chelsea and Fulham.
Marco Silva.
He surely can't manage Chelsea and Fulham.
No, you know what? I need him to go through West Ham, Brentford, Fulham. He's already been Tottenham and Chelsea.
I can't like Jose.
that'll be a farewell tour.
Next
Jose
club.
at Liverpool.
No,
That
no.
makes sense to me,
Jose's
man.
next club is the Premier League. Next season, he'll be a Premier League manager. I am 101% sure.
Alright, cool.
So what
Okay.
is he doing? A Carlo
100
Ancelotti?
What's your
5%
prediction
sure.
for the Premier League club?
I feel like it's going to be Newcastle.
You think it's a?
I've been saying it.
Carlo
I've
Ancelotti?
been saying it since last season.
Everton.
You know how Carlo? Yeah, we went from remember Carlo Ancelotti went to Everton and then he got.
Everton's
No,
disrespectful.
never,
Everton's disrespectful.
never, yeah, never.
Carlo Ancelotti chose his job at Everton.
Jose came out and said, my next club is not going to be out of rush decision because I think Roma and Spurs was that. It's going to be I'm going to sit down
Calculated.
and calculate and feel like that's the best. I can't lie.
Do you think-
Let me
do you
lie. Let me
think-
lie
No,
with this.
Liverpool, don't
You
Let
think his bags? I love Jose Mourinho. You think his bags like that in 2024? I love him to bits.
No,
Let me lie, yeah.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
You love
I'm
him
saying.
to bits?
Well, I do. I actually like him. He's
Inshallah,
my
he
favourite
managed
manager of all
Liverpool.
time.
Jose
Well, that's my
Inshallah,
favourite
he
manager
managed
of all time.
Liverpool.
can
Inshallah.
still manage a top 6 club and win the league.
You just said Newcastle, didn't you? Oh, they are top 6.
That's one of the worst things I've heard.
Oh, do you hear what he said?
Do you think I care about what Faisal says?
Well, he's not
I
finished.
gave up a long time ago, bro.
Well, he's not
He
finished.
said Nico Jackson's top 7 strikers in
Yeah,
the Premier
no,
League. I
fair
gave him
enough.
Well,
10.
he's not finished.
He said Jose Mourinho could manage the top 6 club.
And win the league. Yeah,
What
you
do you
lost your
want me to
mind.
do?
Well, he's not.
What do you want me to do?
He's not finished.
Not in 2024.
He's not
I'm gonna
finished.
cut your
Bro,
mic next, you know.
Bro, he couldn't come
What
close
mic
to
are you,
Roma,
bro?
He couldn't come close
Say
to
something
Roma.
right now. What mic are you?
He's not finished, man. He's not
Nah,
finished.
he's finished. Yeah, you're done.
Say something?
Say something. Yeah, we can't hear you, man. Chill, man.
Nah, Jose still has it, man. Special.
Shoot your meal.
Shit your mail. Here's the unknown.
Listen. Obviously, Fulham are now 12th in the league. They have really nothing to play for, but fair play. They lost Mitrovic, top league goal scorer, and they did okay. Next season, obviously, they want to build on their 12th, 11th place finish, go back to where they were last season.
Yeah,
where they-
but this is vintage Fulham, though, isn't it? Like they always flirt about with 9 to 12. So I hear it. It's decent season. Obviously, I'm surprised because they started. Remember the beginning of the season that Raul Jimenez, Carlos Vinicius, and then that Rodrigo Muniz. I think he was injured start of the season.
He was
He's-
injured, yeah.
And now he's killing it.
yeah.
I could see him make a big move Not this year, next year.
But let's
Not this season, next
we
season.
got analysis from a Fulham fan and a Liverpool.
Can we
fan.
hear the Fulham fan?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Analysis from Thomas. He said, deserved
How you
win
doing, Thomas?
Deserved win for Liverpool. Thought we did well in the first half, and scoring before half-time should have been a launching pad. Unfortunately, Liverpool ran us off the park in the second half. Really didn't have any chance until late in the game,
Big
but
up
we had
Klopp.
let them get too far out of reach. Nothing to be ashamed of. Just hope we can finish the season strong and not sleepwalk.
Nice.
We've got Femi, who's a Liverpool fan. He said, after the poor 2-3 weeks we've had, this needed to be the game that we bounced back in. Throughout the first half, we still were very slow in build-up, with there being a huge lack of progressive passes. Fulham's front four were pressing high, giving us little time to play out. Again, the same theme that we've been seeing recently of a disconnect between the midfield and front three was apparent again. Fortunately, a beautiful free kick from Trent saved what would have been a mundane and pedestrian first half performance. However, sloppiness in our box led to Castagna having so much time and space on the edge of the box to level the game. And last one before you land your point. Analysis by Alex Tech. So really happy with how we started the half. Good intent. We needed to respond well after 3 or 4 horrible performances in a row in all comps. And Klopp shook things up really well. Looking at our bench today, and it's the sort of strength we've been waiting for all seasons. No excuses now. We look confident and strong position. Patient, but still struggling to find that clear-cut shots. For all that possession, we created the same amount of attempts as Fulham with one less on target, which is the real problem of us lately. Go.
Question for Abs.
Go on.
Star player.
Obviously, summer window, when the summer window opens, would you be happy with tossing Adebayo? Is it Adebayo?
Yeah, as a bench option. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like it's a
Would've
starter,
started.
but go on. I think he's been a very
I
good
think
centre-back. He's been underrated.
I
this
think
season.
we need 3 centre halves.
Fair enough.
I
Even
want
Jay might be
Varane
open for it, yeah.
gone. I want Maguire gone. So yeah, I'll take Tosin.
The last person said it perfectly. I think now with the bench, Liverpool's bench, it was the first time we've seen wow. Now with everyone's healthy, like you guys, Arsenal, everyone's healthy for Arsenal. Now kickstart this, and every single game has to be a win. One little draw, one little
slip up.
miss, and ma'a salama.
It's true. Let's get into the rest of the Premier League games now. Palace won 5-2 against West Ham. Glasner performance, a very good first half performance, I'll be honest. They were 4-0 up, wasn't it? 4-1 up.
Eze scored, Olise scored, Mateta scored.
Mateta scored 2 goals.
Above that,
There's another one for Jackson.
Wallah. Yo, chill out. I can't. Mateta, I can't lie. Hey, let's be real, yeah.
Jean-Philippe.
Mateta.
JPM.
The last couple of games, yeah. Hey, he's been moving.
You know, see
The
stats,
movement.
You know, see stats. He's got more goals from February onwards than Erling Haaland in 2024.
Is that real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Do you know we put him bottom of our Premier League strikers tier list?
No, you put him and Ernst Edward.
Together. We just matched them together. Just
Someone
emoji.
called,
Because I remember when we did the
there's a new
predictions,
slander name for Edward now. Someone called him Rinson Edward.
Brinson Edward.
Yeah,
As in, like,
Rindy.
Rindy.
Yeah, Rindy.
No, that's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah,
But,
Rinson.
no, Mateta, I
They
feel
played the
like
same as well.
Crazy.
I feel like Mateta complements those two a lot, the Eze and Olise.
No, for
I feel
sure.
like his style of play, the way he brings like Palace forward. The one thing we all criticize, he's not clinical enough. But his
But
overall
recently,
play,
he has been. I can't lie. Recently, he's done that.
he's been good. He's been scoring, but it's like, you know how like I've seen Mikel Antonio go on spurts. Even though he played this game and scored, shit guy. But what do you call it?
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
No, Jenny don't stop, man. He's not good. But regarding Mateta, I feel like he is a decent level striker. But I was saying this to a couple of my friends. I feel like, especially with that new manager, what's his name, Glasner, it came from Frankfurt, right?
Is it Oliver Glasner? Yeah,
I feel like with his attack-minded approach of how to play football, I feel like it's the first time in a while that Palace have got someone behind the
But that
as
works.
manager.
But that works with Eze and Elise.
100%. But regarding that, even the sign of Adam Wharton, I think he's been quality since he's
he's
come in.
Sensational player.
Oh my
Cover up.
God.
Sensational player.
And with Palace, I feel like they're like 4-5 signings away from breaking that rut where they're always 12th to 16th.
Yeah.
I feel like they can find next season if they keep hold of the 2 star players and add in 4-5 players. I feel like they could generally compete from like 12th to 8th.
On that
12th
note-
to 9th, actually. I said 12th to 9th.
On that note, bring Michael Elise to Old Trafford, man.
Why torturing him?
You know he's special.
Bring him to
Ineos. Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Why is that? Give competition for my boy Saka.
Competition. I'm trying to give him my first team spot.
Brother, he's gonna sink in your. It's a sink or swim in United.
And
it's a sink.
we don't know what he's like. He looks like he's drip or drown kind of guy.
What do you mean by that, bro?
Drip or drown. So he might be in a change room going, you know what? I'm kind of having my way.
We'll have to wait and see. But I would definitely want Elise at my club.
You know, Elise, I've realised over the past couple of games, especially him and Eze, especially after I watched the Liverpool game as well, and this system of Glasner, I feel like he's playing similar to what Leverkusen is playing in the sense of the wing backs, and Elise and Eze is playing narrow. It's not on the wing, which used to be the Roy Hodgson style of play.
Sir.
Literally like left winger, right winger, striker. It's traditional.
Absolutely.
They're playing right centrally, which allows them to have the ball
In the
much
pockets.
more in the pocket, and they're so creative with it. They've got the freedom, the quick passing, because that's how the first goal was. That's how the second goal was. That's how the own goal was, and that's how Mateta's goal was. Literally, boom.
There's nice little
Eze,
weighted passes in
Olise,
behind.
cross,
Jang,
Mateta,
bang.
cross, tap in, cross. This Glasner formation, bro, it's real. It is real. But Walton, I thank you mentioned him. The guy, that kid, I don't know. He came from Blackburn.
Blackburn,
I believe?
yeah.
Or am I tripping?
Yeah. 20 years
He's
old.
he's an FM wonder kid.
That
FM
kid, the Liverpool game, I said to myself,
Bring him to Madrid.
this guy's this guy.
And Luca and Cruz are going out. Bring me
Adam
Adam
Walton.
Watson.
You know this guy. You know this guy's
I
real.
feel like he's 2 fish and chips from Madrid though.
You know he.
Actually, I don't know, man. He's got paella.
I can't lie. Hey, he's not fish and chips.
He's not, man.
You know the one touch, the little finesse.
No, I'm not
to
saying
it.
fish and chips as in like
Oh,
Gallagher
yeah.
fish and chips. I just feel like the way he look, it's fish and chips. He plays like he's
marketing wise, huh?
yeah. That's
That's what he's
right.
talking
Yeah,
about.
marketing wise, but I feel like I think he's
Burberry.
so technically.
Are you saying next season for you? Are you looking at him very closely, see what he does?
I'm looking closer right now, bro. Bro, no, but that's a reason. That's a reason.
What's wrong with you today,
What?
man?
Come on, bro.
You
Why
come back from Umrah and now you're moving
No, but you're doing
that.
that. You're doing that.
Bro,
Bro,
I'm not doing Renadi. I'm
Shit,
just saying.
That's the reason. That's the reason why they took him out early in the second half because they were 4-1, 5-1 up, and they wanted to think. But the guy,
That's crazy for Palace.
Well, like that is Palace.
They rested their players because they were 4-1, 5-1 up.
Palace resting players is insane, but what I like about him is his IQ. Yeah, his IQ. You know his movements. Every time he gets the ball, one touch. Every time he scans, he looks behind. Every
it's
time
good awareness.
His technical ability in him is quite insane for a 20-year-old that used to play for Blackburn. And I can't lie, that should be a recipe for success. More teams should go to Championship and
They've
find,
been
and,
doing, but
and find
Palace
and
have been doing that.
more
With Eze
teams.
at QPR, Elise at Reading. They found another gem in Wharton. But I feel like one of the biggest upgrades that Crystal Palace have done under Glasner is finding a right back in Munoz.
Klein's still playing.
No, Klein, but he plays in a right centre.
centre-back, yeah.
He's not playing up, bombing up and down. Remember,
That
we used to
Brazilian
see,
kid, yeah.
we used to see, no, he's Colombian.
It's Colombian.
Yeah.
He's 27 as well.
It's like, Munoz is 27.
You got his nationality wrong. He said kid as well.
Is this your favorite content creator?
Oh, not fake fact, man.
I can't lie. Usually,
Triple M.
usually you hear Munoz. Well, every time I see him play, in my mind, I hear Munoz. You think of Brazil.
No, you know what you're thinking of?
name's
You're
Munoz, by the way.
you're thinking of Rodrigo Muniz from Fulham.
Oh, how do you spell his surname?
Munoz.
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 Munoz. Oh, I thought Muniz. No.
Like Rodrigo Muniz.
Bless it. But yeah,
Mind, body, and soul.
him. Remember from watching Joel Ward and Nathaniel Klein fight for that right back spot since your boy Wan-Bissaka. I'm so happy.
Send him back.
Breath fresh air that.
That's true. It's true.
But
But
Munoz, him and Mitchell, I'm not gonna lie, I've been disappointed with him this season.
He's
I
been
feel
decent.
like
He's been decent recently.
he's picked it up now.
He's
but
picked it up.
before, bro, he's been.
He's meaty, man.
Don't come
Can
from.
we stop? We actually have like
Boy from Brent.
We need to actually discuss this because it's actually,
Another one that you're gonna just start backing out of nowhere.
we,
Alright,
need
go on, mate.
we need to discuss it because there's actually a real life curse that's happening right now. Obviously, Lias did it with Cancelo. He said, "What's not to like?" And you see Cancelo's career go down I don't know where it went down, but you got one guy who's putting goalkeeper stocks, and
Oh, this is me. Oh,
Dean Henderson scored
Dean
a
Henderson?
4.1.
no, Dean Henderson.
On, football.
No, my stocks.
And you saw the second goal for West Ham.
No, horrible.
Can you please stop putting stocks in goalkeepers? Because
Yeah,
goalkeepers right now watching SDS say,
How about
please,
if-
Abs, don't talk about me.
First of all,
Get away from me.
I just want to talk about goalkeepers for a second.
No!
Just a special breed of humans.
Someone stop him.
Just a special breed
That's
of
right
humans.
now. Well, like a Premier League goalkeeper watching SDS. He's like, Don't continue this line.
Someone that's having a good thought going, Abs, well, please don't go.
They're looking at that. Please not me, man. Not me, man.
He's moving right now.
He's like, please, it's not me. It's not about me. No, I just think that goalkeepers are a special breed of human beings that are not spoken about enough. I feel I've done
Special
I
breed
think-
of human.
He said they've not spoken about them, so he's going to elaborate and talk about it.
Absolutely. I feel like I've begun to shed a light on the position. Whether that's been positive or negative is still yet to be seen. But yeah, Dean Henderson, it was a good time. It was a good time when I had Dean Henderson stocks.
You
But,
can do it, man.
but it was better than David De Gea at Man United for that season where they both had minutes. But shout out, bro.
But I can't lie, West
Oh,
Ham.
Dean Henderson's
he's
still
sold his
employed. One guy's still unemployed.
Facts.
See?
Facts out here.
So
doing
you sold
feature
your
pictures
stocks
of-
on Dean Hendo from the sounds
Well,
of
no,
it?
I wouldn't say sold. I feel like the stocks naturally dissolved as soon as he kind of left Manchester United. That's really the reason why I had those stocks. Yeah, exactly. So when a company goes into bankruptcy, no longer those stocks are valid. So,
He's the major shareholder and
Exactly.
shares 0%.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll talk about.
But I can't lie, it's harsh. No, I agree with you. Because last game against Liverpool, brother, he made some
Clean
good
sheet
saves.
Anfield.
He made some good. He made some good.
sorry,
that was the last day I had stocks.
So,
After that bankruptcy.
so it's a bit harsh. But let's talk about because
please do.
we spoke about Fulham and sorry about Palace and how gay they've been.
Let's talk about West Ham's
Ham,
back
yeah?
four.
Moyes. This
I heard
brother.
this is. I saw Talk Sport.
Speak
They
about
said,
him. Speak about him. Speak about him.
Because
No.
me and you, we said it
No,
last
before-
season before this European that little success that he managed to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nussel is looking for a new manager because Castro might be leaving. Yeah, and Castro. Al Ittihad Garacho, he might be leaving as well.
Al Ittihad.
Al Ittihad might
Yes.
be looking.
Yes.
Al Shabab. Al Shabab is looking for a new manager.
Yeah.
Al Ittifaq, Steven Gerrard might get sacked.
Absolutely.
They're looking for a new manager.
David Moyes, get to learn Arabic,
Assalamu
buddy.
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Ahlan wa sahlan.
Bro, I've been listening. The West Ham fans. Listen, the
Ahlan
worst
wa
part is
sahlan.
they're doing the business. No, they didn't do the business against Leverkusen. But I hate that. I know that if they would have gotten past Leverkusen, this guy would have got leverage again.
Absolutely.
David Moyes, this scum. He would have got leverage again, and it would have been using it in press conferences and post-match interviews afterwards.
Can you not
I
give
don't
me
know,
this?
yeah, the West Ham fan obviously we're not playing it well again. We're doing well in Europe.
But you know
We're
what?
doing well in Europe.
You know he's that
The West Ham we're
shameless.
doing in Europe. We're
You know
doing well
he's-
in Europe.
you know he's that shameless. You know how shameless he would have been.
How shameless would he have
I
been?
will tell you how extreme the shamelessness.
And you'd know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
If he had just beaten Leverkusen and got knocked out, he would drag this shit out to the end of his career, his life,
Absolutely.
and say to himself,
His life.
I was the only manager
Yeah.
to have been
In
Xabi
this club's
Alonso
history,
Xabi-
I would have been the only guy to be Xabi Alonso
Alonso.
Leverkusen record.
in that unbeaten season. That must have. If
He would have
that's-
got it 4 years
if
at
that
West
stage,
Ham.
if that stage
They
1-0,
always get a lot of disrespect.
if
now,
that stage
man.
1-0,
I'm tired, Marcadelic.
That's a
I'm
European
tired.
champion, man. We're talking
You
about
have-
European champion.
you have Paqueta.
Who's the current Conference League champions?
Shut up.
You
Who's
have
the current Conference
brother,
League champion?
You
Face
have
talking, bro.
You have Paqueta. You have Mohamed Kudus. You have Edson Alvarez.
Yes.
Emerson, who's having a great season as a left back.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
You have all of those players in your disposal.
He's
Absolutely.
8th right now.
It's not
The
just-
Premier League this season is shit, Ak. Him being 8, it's not an achievement. Wallahi.
It is.
I can't
It
remember
really
with
is.
the names that he just mentioned. You got Bowen, Paqueta.
West,
it is,
West,
though.
okay, so West
There's-
Ham before the season, where did you predict them?
Top 10.
And they're top 10. They're top 8.
So they're matching
They-
up.
okay,
So
how-
they're
how
They
matching.
over exceeded your expectations, rather.
No, but there's
Top 10
something.
means-
There's something I said a
Top
couple.
10, top
no,
10.
No, it doesn't mean that.
no, but there's something I
That's
even said
context,
a
that's
couple of
context,
weeks ago,
that's
and the
context.
context that is missing is the fact that these West Ham fans are tired of this style of football.
Okay.
If they know that these players that we have all just mentioned are there and present at this club, again playing at centre half, they've got Sufal, they've got Emerson, they've got Zuma, they've got Paqueta, they've got Ward-Prowse, Edson Alvarez. These aren't players that shouldn't be playing the style of football that David Moyes wants to play. Look at what Glass is doing at Crystal Palace. It's not like Palace are revolutionising the top 4 team all of a sudden now. The fans can enjoy what they're seeing at Palace now. They wanted Hodgson out for how long,
This has been,
and then they
this
got.
has been a couple of games now. Come on.
No, it's not. A couple games of what? Sorry,
sorry.
Guys now.
No, of
Like-
course. And I'm not saying it's all revolutionised. I'm
right.
just saying that fans should have a connection with their team. David Moyes doesn't allow that connection to be there due to the style of play.
No, I feel like with what you said, it's unfair on David Moyes because I don't think if we know this for 100%, West Ham was never a football club that was like, I'm here to play attractive
Silky
entertainment.
football.
It's changed.
It's never
It's
been that.
changed.
When you
It's
move
changed.
to London Stadium
because-
and you move and you get these players, these are you can't languish on what you were previously. You
that-
want development, and it's not crazy levels.
You're
want
correct.
Some
No,
steps forward.
you're correct in that sense. But saying that West Ham deserve this kind of stuff, it isn't the case, because last season when we was talking about all this, that, he delivered something that no manager's ever delivered at West Ham. Forget the Euro.
How much credit does that last you?
Until he gets sacked. He's got that right.
how-
Until he
but-
gets
but
sacked.
hold on.
Because the one thing is,
No.
he's
Until
not.
the situation becomes untenable.
He's not in a relegation fight.
No.
He's competed.
He was balancing Europa League and Premier League.
Like a
He's
relegation
competed in Europe for last couple of years. Whether that's whether that's that year where they lost against Frankfurt in the semi-final to Glasner, funny enough, in the semi-final. Obviously, what they did in the Conference League and what they've done to Bayer Leverkusen now, it's warranted. Yes, and the way we see football, you're right.
No,
we
the way
don't
West
like.
Ham fans see
we
football.
don't-
This is an
How do you know
underrepresented
what
part.
West Ham
Because
fans
as soon
want?
as I said this last time, there was West Ham fans on Twitter saying this is exactly we don't have anyone that is representing this viewpoint on West Ham.
a small.
I'm not saying it's
Okay,
huge.
no.
That's why I say it's an underrepresented portion
So
of the
let
fan
him
base.
fo-
So there will be portions of the fan base that are happy with David Moyes and happy with all this as long as success comes. But West Ham have been like this ever since I can remember. So it's not acceptable.
The one thing, forget about acceptable. With David Moyes, it's stability. He's brought he's brought West Ham close to top 5, top 6 finishes. He's done it.
True.
He's done it before
Now
as
he's
well.
doing it on a consistent level.
He's done it at a consistent level. There was a team that used to get relegated. They'll come back up. They used to be that kind of club.
But Stas,
He's brought that
Bigger
stability.
picture.
Hold on.
Go on, Faze, go on.
I think we're right, and I'll tell you why.
I don't know if you're right. I think Arsenal's right.
Hold on.
Comments.
Hold on.
Let me know.
You saying West Ham is 8th? They exceed the expectations. If
I
you
don't think they've exceeded.
no. He said no. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. No. Let me land. If you asked 100% of West Ham fans, are you happy with David Moyes? If you asked Bournemouth, who's 11th, 12th, but they've got Anthony, if you asked 100% of Bournemouth fans, are you happy with Anthony? There'll be more people, even though Bournemouth is lower than West Ham, they'll be more happy than with Anthony.
That's
than
hypothetical. I
people.
don't have the-
I think you can kind of make an assumption.
You can
Not
make an
everyone's
assumption.
not gonna make
If
an
you
assumption.
asked,
Yeah, but the phase is-
if you asked Wolves fans, are you happy with Gary Neville? They'll probably say yes, we are happy. I understand that league table reflects that you would think they're having a great season, as you mentioned in the quarterfinals. But if you actually look into it, you've got all the great players. You can't say West Ham in the past has played boring football. That's in the past.
When they've had media
Time
squads.
has changed.
Yeah.
Time has changed. You had Sam Allardyce. Time has changed, bro. Now you've got ballers in your disposal. You can't say, oh, our history, our heritage. Brother, it's 2024. Get into it now. You've got players, and let's be real. He is not fit to be a manager of these type of players in this season.
And again, and also
harsh.
another thing that
That's
can't,
very
another
rude
thing that
and
can't be
very harsh.
forgotten is the
That's
feeling
so
that
harsh.
West Ham
That's
fans get
disgusting,
when
bro.
they hear stuff from their ownership, where it's like, we've moved now to the London Stadium. We're taking steps forward as a football club right now. If those steps forward are not then reflected by either the manager or what is happening on the football pitch, and I'm not talking about achievements, because yes, I was stressed. Yes, again, David Moyes, you won that European title and it's sensational, but that doesn't give you credit to continually play like a team that is below the level of quality that they have on the football pitch.
Freaking, what's his name? Ranieri won Leicester this season, got sacked because he didn't deliver on the success on the same season. They never gave him 3, 4, 5 years. Oh, Leicester won the first ever Premier League. Let's give him till he dies.
Where are Leicester now?
But he left. But he left. Well, Brendan Rodgers came, and guess what he did? Top FA Cup
Top
success.
4 twice.
No, hold
Won
on.
the FA Cup.
FA Cup success.
West Ham getting consistently top 6.
And last game of the season, twice in 2 years,
Yeah.
bottled the thing.
Top 4.
West Ham could be the same. Get rid of David Moyes, just because he won you, time is done. And get an actual 2024 manager that can deliver you success.
But there's different questions of what you said. You said get rid of him, as in like West Ham should sack him because what's going
Or
on.
let him-
But what he doesn't get credit for or the flowers for, which players have we been praising this whole season? The Kuduses,
Kuduses.
the Jared Bones, the Paquetas.
In
That's not
spite
just
of the
just
system
not
they're
just,
playing
that's not
in.
just purely based on their individual
Now
brilliance at all
imagine you
times.
allowed them
There's
to play
times where it's a system that's
Allowing them to
allowed them to
experience.
do that kind of
System
stuff.
is individual brilliance.
It's really not.
It's
bro.
individual.
I
You
think
don't
it's
finish. You
I
don't finish
think-
8th with West Ham purely because of individual brilliance. Because Paquet is not the one that's in goal defending these goals. He's not playing centre back.
No, he can coach
Don't
a
come
defensive system. Don't get it twisted. David Moyes can coach a low block
What
brilliantly.
about
But-
the
and I don't have
talisman,
an issue
Jared
with
Bowen, bro?
And bro,
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying
brilliant.
all of
Transitions
these
to number 9, and he's been very, very good this
transitions to
season.
number 9.
all-
He was forced to because Antonio got injured. It's not like he was given a choice.
Regardless, I think these players are getting their flowers in spite of the system rather than because of it. I believe if they were given more freedom, we would see a lot more from West Ham. But
Listen, that's
They've tried with
let's
this
just move
Scamacca
on.
Let
and
us
all
know
that,
in the
it just
comments
doesn't
down
work.
below. West Ham fans, let us know if you're happy.
try
with
with
the
Credit,
voice.
credit to Palace as well. I think you guys are unreal.
Absolutely, we
spoke
Guys,
about
now,
them. Yeah, we
everyone-
spoke about
I
them.
feel like you're the
Sensational.
next team next year. Whenever we do the predictions, whenever we talk about a
Inshallah,
team,
get Elise, man.
it's Palace, and we're going to start
Absolutely.
looking at differently, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Since the
Let's
way they've
go
been playing.
to the next game. Let's go to Everton 2, Forest 0, and let's
Scandal!
talk about the scandal that
Robbery!
happened
Robbery.
at Goodison
No,
Park.
disgrace.
So much so.
It's
that I'm gonna
robbery.
find it
It's
now.
disgusting. It's vile.
What
the whole lot. But congratulations, Everton. It's not like it's not their fault. They're just playing to
yeah,
the
of
game.
course, yeah,
They're just playing to the game.
yeah.
Two quality goals.
I mean,
great
Nottingham
goals.
Forest released a statement on their Twitter. It said 3 extremely poor decisions, 3 penalties not given, which we simply cannot accept. We warned the PGMOL that the VAR is a Luton fan before the game, but
Who
they
was the
didn't
VAR?
change him. I don't know. Actually, I'll check. Our patience has been tested multiple times. Nottingham Forest will now consider its options.
They've had enough.
By the
I hear it.
way, can I
You
say,
didn't like the last part.
can I say 2 things? One, I've never, ever in my 20 years of watching football, never seen that.
Nah, 30 years, 30 years.
Chill out.
Started watching ball when you were 25.
Yeah, man.
That's
I've never ever seen an actual professional. Sometimes we see the parodies account, but an actual football club say that it's crazy, and that just shows how much of a scandal it was. And secondly, the last part, I can't lie, too much, man.
Why?
Why
last-
is it too much?
just
They're
read
fighting
it.
relegation.
Just read the last
This
sentence.
is a 6-pointer as well, bro. It's Everton.
Nottingham Forest will now consider its options.
That's a bit too much. The
What do
reason
you
why
mean? Too much. How so?
we will consider our options.
What does it mean to you?
Okay, let's sit down. Let's be real.
By the way, the VAR referee was Stuart Atwell.
Stuart Atwell.
Okay.
that
I
Luton
already
fan.
hate him
I
already.
knew he was a Luton fan.
Let's be real. We will consider our options.
Hadn't got a clue.
What options do they have? Is the match going to be replayed? No. Are they going to get their points back? No.
No.
Are they going to get some money? No. So what's the options?
What do you think about? Like,
Bro,
it depends on
bro,
what you
but bear in
interpret
mind,
that as.
even if you've watched the interview on Sky with Nico Williams, he talks about, bro, it's not their first occurrence, it's not their second, it's not their third, it's not. Them and Wolves were getting fisted the whole
Yeah,
time.
Wolves was bad.
Bro, they were
Wolves
getting
was bad.
killed. Forest, there's so many points they've dropped or they've lost because of VAR, because of these scenarios, these situations. They've had enough, bro. Today was the most. Nico Williams, if you go on there, he literally says 3 of the most blatant penalties you can see
You know
in
who it
football.
reminds me of? It reminds me of Charlie Austin in that post-match press
Yeah.
conference when he said, when he was just complaining, he's like, he had enough. He's like, bro, we're fighting for
wants
our
to do?
lives.
Bro,
Literally,
And
bro.
you can't do your
You
job.
got face. You got to understand as well. Yeah, I understand their frustration. How much, bro? This one is Everton. No, 2 is a 6-pointer. They're only 2-3 points off their off the relegation zone. They can't afford at all. They've got the squad.
course.
They've got the depth. All
Of
that.
course.
There's only so much you can go. You know what? We got killed for it last time. Why is it happening to us constantly? Nico Williams said as well in the interview. He goes, "This doesn't ever happen to a top 6 side. It's only these lower teams that get this kind of
I
treatment."
think Diaz will speak. Liverpool will speak about their one.
They have, but they have 1 out of so many. Obviously,
of course.
it's crazy. It's major, but Nottingham Forest.
They've had more.
Forest.
Liverpool have had more bad decisions this season than Forest. To be fair.
Bro, you know what? That's just you being naive because you don't watch every Forest game.
Okay, maybe.
I'm not necessarily saying I watch
maybe.
every Forest game, but
maybe.
the amount of times I've seen it,
Yeah, I think.
they've been hit with it so much, bro.
And then decisions are not in the public eye, or like you wouldn't know what really happened.
And it's never, and you know how like with VAR, it's sometimes you get the good side, sometimes you get. They've been always on the bad side majority of the time.
The only thing I can think of that statement or Nico Williams coming out and saying what he said, the only thing I can think is that might influence future decisions. Now referees when they ref a Forest game, they're a bit worried. They're like, oh shit, now I can't make a mistake because we've seen the complaints in the past. That's the only thing I can think of. But then again, them saying this, what
The reality is the Premier League will punish them for coming out with
of
that
course
tweet
they'll get
there.
fined. So what?
Stuart Atwell will be dropped.
And
He's not gonna get
I don't know.
He will be dropped for the weekend, next weekend fixtures, and then he will come.
And
back
then
next
and the
week.
next
So, yeah, just get a little slap on the wrist.
and the next game, guess what?
He's there.
Spurs, Arsenal, he's the main. He's there.
Yeah, it's just the reality of life.
Even what you call it, Anthony Taylor was awful as well. I can't
Horrible
lie.
not to even see
He
some
was
of
he
these
was the referee
decisions,
for the
bro.
game. I
Are
thought.
we
And
surprised?
Anthony-
Are we surprised? At
And
this
but
point?
Anthony Taylor's given huge Champions
bro.
League fixtures, bro. He's given
Yeah.
continental
But
fixtures.
that
bro.
just shows
World Cup fixtures.
But
he's
that just
given.
shows the level of
Officiating.
in this
league,
country.
in this
We
league.
used to have the Mark Clark,
No,
boy.
but if he's getting,
Howard
if
Webbs,
he's getting, if he's
Mike,
getting,
Mike Oliver, who deserves them gigs. I think Mike
I like
Oliver.
Mike
yeah,
Oliver,
yeah,
yeah.
I think he's the best out of the lot. Like,
But if it's the officiating in England, why has he been given World Cup matches? Why has he been given Champions League games?
Clearly, he's
Nah,
like
Just the
correct,
FA
yeah.
thing is a FIFA referee. He's respected as a FIFA
I
referee.
don't
That's
understand
crazy
that.
to me.
Go
But-
back.
but let's talk about the three
Obviously,
decisions.
unfortunately for us, but let's talk about.
Let's talk about
Everton.
no.
Oh, you want
Let's
to
talk about the three decisions. Yeah. First one,
What was that Giovanni
Oh
Reina?
yeah, so clear as day. I watched that game. I remember it. Clear as day.
All
Clear.
three of them was actually
Clear penalty.
Didn't even look at Anthony Taylor. Didn't even look at his nothing. Didn't even hear it.
disgusting.
Just said, "Yeah, okay."
Second one,
Young doing his
the,
best,
the handball for Ashley Young. That's been given literally against them.
Wan-Bissaka.
That's been happening so many times, and that one I can't lie. You can't say the argument where it's near the body, it's tucked in.
in an
Brother,
unnatural
it's
position.
come on, bro. You can see it.
And do you know when you could tell? It's when the player looks sheepish after the incidents happen. Like Young's trying to walk away.
Bro,
so that's
Ashley
why I
Young-
don't draw
bro,
attention to this.
Bro, Ashley Young left that game today going, "Oh my
How
days."
have I
I
managed
go away
that?
with murder.
Murder, bro.
And like the
three
third
times,
decision.
like 3 times, he would have been. If it was given the way he would have left that stadium compared to the way he left today, it'd have been bad,
And a body bag.
bro. Literally, because Nottingham Forest be on a.
And the third one was even worse. But then again, you said it. Star said it perfectly. The 2 goals that we just scored, screamers. Idrissa Gueye and McNeil. I can't lie. You know, it gives me
No,
satisfaction.
it's a Mac issue. Mac Neil. It's a Mac issue that he has.
Nah, it's a phase
It's not the McAllister thing. It's a Mac issue that he has.
what is it?
Mac and then Paul's Neil.
Mac Neil.
His name's
It's
Mac
McNeil.
McNeil. It's Dwight McNeil.
McNeil. Oh,
McNeil.
McNeil. Okay, say it.
Why you said it
He said
again?
again.
Mac.
It's-
You
I
pronounce
told
it
you.
M-A-C.
It's a phasal issue. I
You
clocked
pronounce
it.
it
It's a
M-A-C.
phasal Mac issue.
McNeil, no?
Mac Neil.
Say, what's that quote? He goes, "They've got Kevin Durant. We've got."
McDaniels.
McDaniels.
McDaniels, he's even
McDaniels
is
is crazy. Not McDaniels.
We've got McDaniels.
McDaniels.
But he pronounces McDaniels. He's not saying it as McDaniels.
Yeah, that's weird.
You know, it gives me a great
It's Daniels,
satisfaction, yeah? When the goal comes up, it hits the post first.
Nice. It's delicious, isn't it?
It's a sound it makes on the TV.
Boom. Yeah.
What?
No, you got excited. I
What?
really,
You-
I
can't
really
like
like.
that.
No.
What's
No,
wrong
I
with you
like
guys,
it.
man?
1 month in
No, I
Saudi
like
Arabia,
it.
this is how you're moving.
No, I'm complimenting you. I like how happy that made you. You need the TV. That's what you said.
That's not good impression of you, first off. Yeah. I don't like that impression. I don't know where that impression came from.
It's the same mix in the TV.
What's this impression? I don't know. Where's that voice coming
Say
from?
that. I don't know.
I sound like a cartoon character.
No, my bad. No, I don't know. What's up, brother? Yeah, man.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Tuesday.
But yeah, obviously Idrissa Gana got man of the match for that game.
Yeah, overall, I felt like Forest had possession. They had spells.
Chances, yeah.
Yeah, not Forest had possession. They had chances where
Jordan
they
Pickford
dominated.
with that Superman save.
Pulled a great save on Chris Wood.
That guy's video, man.
Jordan
think-
Pickford.
like his
Hey man,
video.
he's starting at the
He's
Euros.
video-
bro,
videos
he nearly conceded that.
Hey, Luton did his best Pickford impression today when he did that sidewinder to Vinicius Jr.
But then, do you see?
What? Why is he laughing at Pickford's sidewinder?
That's facts. You got good time, right?
Yeah.
I think his passing is overrated.
Overrated. What?
Sideline is
Wallahi,
Jordan
I said it.
Pickford's
Yo. I said it. I swear to God, I said a year and a half, 2 years. My first debut on SDS. Yeah. I said what?
His
He had
first
a
game.
bro,
One half
bro,
inch, I was waiting
bro, he
for
had a
that.
blunder. He had
Yeah,
a
year and a half.
he had back-to-back blunders. Today,
Yeah.
he booted it right in the middle of the pitch. Well, like, they could have scored again. But not Forest, you know.
They got the best number 9 in the league as well.
Yeah.
Who?
Everton.
Oh, Calvin.
Yeah.
Better.
Is
I
it
better
so
got
Chris
Kalas
Wood,
today
as far as
still.
I'm concerned, well, I was watching. I was watching the beginning.
In a sleeper.
Finished.
Wallah.
Yo, rock bottom.
Yeah, bro.
He's finished.
I'm sorry,
Better's
okay.
finished.
No, he's
Yeah,
done.
it's finished.
Rock
Did you not see
bottom.
it? What gives like better head collision?
Oh, is that
and
why he went
dropped
off?
and went like this. And I was like, yo.
Like, yeah, I feel bad because that's what I was like.
That was 10 minutes, 11 minutes
like
extra
10,
time.
15
Literally,
minutes.
why do you think as soon as you're in the stretch, you were like this? I said, yep, he's good.
No, he's all right.
Did he?
Yeah, he's good.
I watched the beginning of the Nottingham
Young
Forest
should've done
Everton game, and I think I saw something like
he was
like
asleep.
Chris Wood is one of the most clinical strikers in the league.
Oh, yeah. His numbers this
Safe,
season have
man.
been crazy.
He doesn't like to hear
Safe,
it, but
man.
Yeah, I thought you're a Chris Wood fan. Oh, you're actually
You
Barnes.
guys are bad.
I love the sea
Okay, great.
This guy, man.
Lovely champion.
Don't even try. Don't try. You started, not me.
What did I start? You were a Crystal fan.
I never was a Crystal fan. Never will
I'll
be.
find clips.
Right,
I'll
cool.
find clips.
Right,
So what's the correspondence saying? If there is any.
Correspondence, there is no correspondence. But I've got stats, if you want stats.
Okay, yes, please.
Everton have picked up 6 points in their last 3 Premier League matches, as many as they did in their previous 13 games combined.
Facts.
That's huge, you know.
Facts.
That's huge, you know, because people were saying, oh, they
had a bad-
might be the 18th going down instead of
Oh,
Luton.
I never knew. You know,
Oh,
like,
this is called the point deduction derby.
yes.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
But you know
The point they both got point
It's a
deductions,
good
yeah.
fact. Fake fact, please.
Yeah.
Since the start of last season, Nottingham Forest have lost more Premier League away games than any other side, picking up 12 fewer away points than any other present side in that time. And each of Everton's last 3 Premier League goals have been scored from outside the box. Calvert-Lewin versus Burnley, Guay and McNeil today.
But you know, Everton, like,
McNeil.
they're football heritage, man.
McNeil.
I knew they'll never go down. I think whatever.
Absolutely,
You know
absolutely.
how the guys say football gods and stuff like that.
Astaghfirullah.
They're
Astaghfirullah.
never.
Astaghfirullah.
I said
Astaghfirullah.
guys, so I said.
Yeah, I hear you.
However, I'm sure City fans and Arsenal fans will be praying to God and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that on Thursday, they can Everton can at least pick something up.
That's the worst transition I've heard in my life.
That's the horrible transition.
Facts though, but I'm just saying that's the worst transition I've
Yeah,
heard
it's
in my
not
life.
your best. It's not your best piece of work. You've
Why
had very good.
am I making down Everton to beat Liverpool?
That's unlikely, brother.
You know, damn, bro. I don't care.
And plus, Liverpool is the third in this
They'll
tower.
be praying.
The third
Oh,
home
wait,
in the tower.
after that.
About a football match.
Come on, bro. Better things to make that about.
I can ask
But,
forgiveness, repentance, everything.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Facts.
Yeah, so all you guys are doing this. Yes, okay.
Okay, that's good. Anyway,
Yes.
let's move on to the next game. So, Everton won 2-0.
Luton Nation.
Yeah, I want to go to Luton
I thought he was
Nation.
going to that game.
Well, actually, quickly, Everton are 16 for 30 points.
That's
Nottingham
safe, by the
Forest
way.
is 17.
Congratulations, Everton. You're back in the Prem.
Luton are 25 points. Nottingham Forest are 26 points. Who's going down out of one of them two?
Wait, say that again?
Forest is on 26 points to 17th.
Yes.
But Luton are 25 points.
But Luton's going down, man.
Luton Nation.
I think
And let's talk about Luton
because
Nation.
of this, because of this game. I think
Let's
this
talk
game
about
was
Luton.
mad.
Then Luton got brought 5-1
By the way,
at home.
why did
I
I
had to
not,
load that one.
why did I not see that Yank, American, Canadian, French, Algerian, Moroccan, Egyptian, Dominican? Why did I not see? Why did I not see that guy tweet? Luton Nation. Where was his tweet?
You couldn't. That Paraguayan, Mexican, Japanese, Chinese, Taiwanese, Mongolian. Brother,
The
why?
whole region.
I didn't see that. He didn't see that.
He didn't tweet on
He couldn't.
What's he doing, man? What's he doing? What do you think he was supporting, man?
That team. Yeah. Brentford. All Luton fans should support Brentford because it's bigger than football.
Bro, I know what I'm talking about. But Luton got destroyed 5-1 at
Kenilworth
home.
Road. That usually is a fortress.
Ilyas and Renedy ran it back for us. They absolutely had a
Oh,
masterclass
Renedy and his Barlet
performance. Oh, Barlet.
absolutely killed it.
Rose, big up Rose. I can't lie.
Johan Wieser, 10 goals in 23-24, became the first player other than Ivan Toney to reach double figures for goals in a Premier League campaign for
Probably the
Brentford.
first Congolese player to do that as well.
By
Exactly.
the way, can we have a conversation that
About
Brentford
Renedy? Yeah, I don't
is? Oh, I've got a lot of conversation about Renedy. A lot. A lot about Renedy. Can we have a conversation that Brentford is a much better team?
Without?
And I repeat, a much better,
Are you gonna
a
say it?
massive better team, extremely better team, without Ivan Toney.
I'm gonna spin it this way. Okay, but I think that when Mbeumo and Tony were playing together last season, it was considered Batman and Robin. I disagree. I think when that was happening, both of them were Batman, and that whenever Tony's out, it's not an issue because Mbeumo is still there. Mbeumo is just a crazy good player. But what I want to talk about is how Thomas Frank identified Luton. We can get at them. We know what Brentford are known for: 5 back. Strong defensively, situation there. This one, they went for it, bro. They went back 4. I think they went 4-3-3, and they went for the game, bro. Wissa, Lewis Potter.
Oh, yeah.
That guy
What's
was
his name? King
warm.
Lewis Potter.
Inshallah. That brother was warm. He was warm on the left-hand side. He deserved more than just a goal. There's one that a shot that he hit that, I think they hit Ted Mengi's head and went over the bar. He cut in and slapped it. I don't know about legend, but he's all right. But yeah, they went ready for Brentford. Brentford really brought the smoke, and then I went ready, bro.
Said swinging.
Are you on it or what?
Yeah.
And Wissa was unreal, bro. Just connect.
Driller. That's what they were on.
Connecting the play between midfield and attack. Connecting the play between midfield and attack from West was sensational. It was sensational. His link up with Mbuemo, who really impressed me as well, who always impressed me.
Yeah,
no.
He's quality.
Entirely.
Man. He's actually so quality.
He always
He's been an
impresses me.
unsung hero of
No,
Brentford this
and I
season.
remember watching a training clip where all of them were talking about who's the most technical player at Brentford, and everyone was saying, yeah.
But you know what? As good as Brentford,
German, right?
nah. No, I don't think he is. I think it's either Austrian, if I'm not
Austrian.
mistaken. Yeah,
I hear it still.
if I'm not
He's
mistaken.
German right here.
Ah,
Did you call him a German kid?
No.
He's a German kid. He's young.
Okay, John.
No. I'm joking. He's 25.
Brentford was good.
He's
You
pranking
were
up.
playing mad mind games. That's
Brentford was
I
good.
love the fact when he backs. Whenever I say a country, you go, I'm going to match it.
You're kind
Brentford, yeah, he knows me well.
Don't play with me, I told you this.
He knows me well. Brentford was good. I can't lie, yeah.
A little more horrible.
Some of that defending.
Yeah, it's horrible, man.
The fourth goal, the fifth goal, yeah, where the ball, I think the ball came at the back post,
Yeah.
and there was no awareness.
It's not Premier League defending that.
Bro, it's just horrific,
You know what it is with Luton, yeah?
disgusting,
With Luton,
disgraceful,
it's
Shocking.
Unacceptable.
Yeah.
unacceptable. Maskhara,
Nah, I'm done.
maskhara.
Because they're on an auction.
Luton,
Shameful.
it's games of runs, isn't it? In terms of like,
Please.
I don't even say game of runs because that's a singular game.
Yeah.
I'm saying there was a period of stretch where they were good.
Yeah.
Then they go into this dip form. Then they start picking up again. Maybe win 2-3 games.
Yeah,
Then they do that. Do you feel like it's over?
it's over. It has been over.
In a sense of like they're not going to go on that run where they might
Do you want to
nick
see
4 points.
Should I tell Luton's running then?
Yes, please.
Luton's running. They've got Wolves away next.
It could go either way, but yeah.
Wolves away. Everton at home.
Wolves the way that they are.
Everton at home.
Everton
is
is a 6 points.
Oh my
That's
days.
crazy.
You
West
must
Ham away and Fulham at home.
What? They got 5 games
Not
only.
bad.
They're not bad.
It's not the worst fixtures in the world, actually.
They played 34 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's what 30 minus 4 is. Played 34 games. You've got 4 left. Of course they've got 34 games. What's wrong with you, bro?
First, I brought it to myself now.
Yeah, you did. Allah. Okay.
Didn't shake his hand properly.
Yeah, wallahi.
Barca and Real Madrid. Can you do the thing for me? Please.
Never in a million years.
Okay, fair enough.
Never in a million years.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
Luton. Are you doubts? Are you saying they're going?
I'd really like Luton. I wish they stayed up, but I just feel like
It's Matt
too
Salama,
much.
man.
And
Go
Luton
back
as
to
well,
what-
and you're Luton as well.
Matt
now.
Salama.
Yeah.
It's
I
gone.
Go-
feel
go
like, I
back
feel
to
like
what-
because of that,
Yeah,
loss, man.
going back to what you said
We
about
win.
Tony.
Yes, please.
You know how you said
Yes, sir.
they look better without Tony.
Absolutely.
I feel like that's not the case for a certain period of time because beginning of this season, Brentford started off very well, and then they hit that form where they were just ass.
And then Tony joined,
then
and it was
Tony,
still
they
ass.
picked up a
But
little
that
bit.
was a lot of
They
injuries.
picked up a little bit, and then they went ass. And then once he's been up, because it was mainly they were waiting on Mbuemo more than
And Tony.
Exactly. From AFCON, innit?
Yeah.
The moment
They
he
had a
came
lot
back,
of
picked
injuries.
up.
I'll be honest,
The-
man.
yeah,
Rico
like, bro,
Henry
they-
went down over ACL. There was a lot, man.
That's the thing about Everton Hug, man.
Someone stop this man.
No, it's just, you know what it is. Obviously, he's crying for injuries all the time. Look at Brentford, man. He lost
look
a
at them,
star
man.
guy.
Look at Brentford, sure.
Tony's been out.
Exactly.
Wemba's been
exactly.
Every team's done it,
Reece
bro.
has been out.
Wissa been out.
Rico
Evan
Henry's been out.
Same situation. You're absolutely right. Same situation.
For one of the centre backs, the main centre back.
Ethan Pinnock, he just came back.
Yeah, well, he's been out. Oh, the whole team's
I
been
saw
out.
Ben Mee's out as well, no?
Benjamin Mee. Benjamin Mee?
Benjamin
Was it
Mee.
Benjamin Mee?
I think it's Ben.
But I call him
It
Benjamin.
was Potter was out as well. he was out beginning of the season.
I think he was.
Yeah, he was out beginning of the season.
Another thing I noticed is
Everton Hag,
another thing I noticed is Wissa, I think it's his first brace that he's got in the Premier League,
It is.
and he was very frustrated. I remember seeing him do the interview afterwards. Very frustrated that he couldn't have the opportunity to get his head.
But that's Rinaldi for you, man.
Yeah, well,
He's
that
an
is-
ego man.
that is so
Selfish.
rude. That
He's
is-
selfish.
that
He
is
just
so
puts, he
rude.
doesn't put the team's needs ahead of his own.
That is so rude.
1-5-1.
Can you spell I with? Can you spell I with Wisa?
Oh.
Can you spell I without Rindy?
Nope.
And there's 2 eyes in Rinaldi.
Says I.
Uncomfortable conversation.
The Rindy and
Cares about himself twice.
Let's move on to the next game.
man.
2 games left. Sheffield United lost. Was it 5-1 against Burnley? Was it 5-1 or 4-1? Sorry.
This is a conversation about Muric.
Oh no, not the fucking.
No, because I have to talk about it, guys. It's what it has to be said.
Someone stop this man.
It has to be said after his glaring mistake that I saw last week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a huge mistake where he let the ball roll underneath him. I was there watching that game live.
You watched the game?
Yeah, fantastic game.
What was it, home or
But
away?
Brighton. It was against Brighton.
Yeah, we're home or away for Burnley.
Away.
It was
No,
home.
it was at home. It was at home. It was at home. Well, I feel like I didn't watch that game. But Muric.
Is that turf more?
Muric, Haseem showed me before we
78th
started.
minute. Yeah.
Before we started this recording, Haseem showed me Muric's mistake. I didn't know he did a mistake. So I'm watching this game now, and I'm like, why is the commentator keep saying, oh, that's great for his confidence? The saves that he was pulling off was crazy. And to be fair, he also had some mistakes on the ball again in this game as well. He was straight up passing to the opposition. But that is not his strength. That's James Trafford's strength. Now, if you could combine
Infuse.
James Trafford and Muric together, wow, we have a keeper on our hands.
You got Andre Onana.
What? No. I didn't say that. I didn't say the hair.
Yeah.
No, because Trafford can pass. The hairs are more like Muric.
Sheffield United obviously got bopped here
Kepa.
4-1.
Yeah.
But you
They
know
got
what it is?
bopped.
I wouldn't necessarily say bot because they had chances.
they
McAtee,
did.
Yeah.
McAtee,
What about Burnley in the first
Burnley,
game?
they had chances where they could have got something out of it, but Burnley done them first
It was
game.
about Muric.
5-0, didn't
5-0. They bopped them 5-0.
9-1 in aggregate against Burnley.
But Vince Company saying, I need to play you guys.
Hey, come on.
Can I play you every week?
And do you know what? Sheffield United's next game?
Yeah.
Old Trafford.
So Trafford's
get-
going
they'll
to
be-
Old Trafford.
No, that's the wrong team. That's
Burnley, bro. You meaty girl, bro. Man said,
You said Sheffield United. Oh, yeah.
I can't lie.
but that's going to be a tough game.
It really is.
I'm very
Teams don't have
confident.
to score a last-minute goal.
Akhi, we struggled against these relegation guys, you know?
Yeah.
These relegation guys, we struggled
I'm very
against them.
And
confident that they
Championship
can
guy
score
teams.
and win.
Against Old Trafford.
Yes. Even though Southampton's got nothing to play for.
Yeah, Southampton.
Southampton.
Sorry.
Nah, good. Come on, like, move on. Fact,
really
face.
good guy.
It's getting late. It's
Sorry,
getting late. It's getting late.
It's late. Well,
It's getting
Oh,
late.
shout out to
Gustavo Hammer might get a winner there.
Nah, he might be.
I'll be honest.
Good player.
a big shout
He's
out
the one
to
that beat Muric.
Van Sant Company, Odegaard.
Van Sant.
Odegaard.
What's his name?
What's his name? Gunnarsson or whatever his name is.
Goodmanson. Yeah.
Goodmanson.
It's a
Johan
Goodmanson.
Berg Goodmanson.
I don't know, it's his first name, but
No, it is.
Ham-
Run Larson as well. Run Larson.
Brun Larson, I like that guy. What do you call it? They had a good game, game plan from Burnley.
Yeah.
Vitinho.
There's another one.
They're
The
close
guy
to-
we were
they could
talking
even
about.
make
Assignon.
That's the one.
Assignon.
He was moving. Whoa.
Yeah,
He was that
Lau
thing.
Foster, congrats.
He was that
Yeah,
guy they
good
moved
finish.
from a winger to midfielder.
I already
the first
said it.
goal.
The bet.
Yeah, all right, cool, man.
What was
All right, cool, man. Love, man.
Lau Foster's back, which is good to see.
I just said
Yes,
it as well.
that? Well done.
Did he score?
That Foster.
Yeah.
That Foster.
Yeah. Did he
Think
score?
about it, 4 goals. Lau Foster's a striker.
It's got to be a chance.
What's the
Surely he scored.
No.
He did
did
score.
score.
Nah.
He got you.
Do you guys?
That's the reason we don't get you on the PR roundups, man.
Do you guys believe that Burnley might have a slight chance? of
Impossible, bro.
surviving?
No.
They're only
Stop, bro, stop.
they're only 2 points behind Luton with a game in hand.
Hey.
That's cool. I'm doing that from now on. Whenever someone's chatting wrong, inshallah. That's enough, man. We heard enough.
Hey, man.
Hey, there's a possibility.
The Michael Jackson.
Thank you. You know, since
It's Michael Jackson.
I'm doing the job a bit.
Come on, man.
right?
You are, man. You're carrying. I
Yeah,
can't lie,
come
man.
from. Fuad, he's sitting at home comfy now.
Yeah, it's
Oh no! The only guy I might call the stars has let me down. Still.
Oh, you getting on to me too long, man.
He blagged
Okay.
you still.
Sheffield United become the first. Why'd you do like that?
chill
Sheffield
out.
United become just the
Zesty.
third team in history to concede 50 plus goals
on,
at home in an English top flight campaign.
Don't worry, don't mind that, Jordan.
What was it?
Sheffield United have become just the third team in history to concede 50 plus goals at home in an English top flight campaign.
That is a chance. Yo, we might have conceded more shots on target than that.
Burnley's Johan Goodmanson scored just 17
So it is
seconds.
Goodmanson. That's what I said, no?
Yeah,
That's what I said.
We agreed with you. Yeah.
We agreed. We
He
co-signed.
scored
We
just
retweeted
17 seconds after coming on as a substitute while it was his first strike in the competition since his February 2021 versus Palace. And Burnley have
February
scored 9
2021.
goals. Yeah.
that. Yeah, he scored
It
a
took him
minute.
3 years to have one shot.
Yeah. Burnley have scored
Those are easy rotations.
Not even goal. I
Different
didn't even
managers.
ask goal. It's a shot.
and then a run of 50 Premier League appearances without goal.
Wallah, alhamdulillah, his bonus go down.
And Burnley have scored 9 goals against Sheffield United in the Premier League this season, the outright most they've netted against
So
opponents
what's
in the
that?
campaign.
That must be
in the
like
competition.
40% of this season their
Yeah,
goals.
100%. Gotta be.
They scored 7 against Bournemouth in 18-19 in the Premier League. But
No, I'm saying, look.
Out of the
look-
9 goals, how many goals have Burnley scored this whole season? 9
That's
is
what
going to
I'm
be a big
saying.
percentage.
Shall see for you.
It'll be-
Shout out the 1%ers that are still listening. What should the 1%ers type in the comments?
Abs.
Bellingham!
Bellingham.
No, Abs can go back to Saudi.
Wow, that's harsh.
Saudi.
That's a bit harsh. Actually, what I need you 1% to type is fake
He
fact
scored
Faisal.
37 goals.
Fake fact Faisal, yeah? Type
No,
that in,
no. I know.
9 divided by 37.
Wait, hold on.
That's 4 point something.
9 divided by 37.
That's 4 points sack.
Do you believe? Do you think? Do you,
I don't know how you thought that.
can I ask you guys a question?
Two-
As in like decimals,
0.24.
no?
No,
4 point
2.4.
something, no?
No,
Can I ask you guys a question?
How?
But before we go to, I mean, how many games is it?
Last game.
9
Go
divided by
one more game
36 is
off.
4,
Can I
no?
ask you guys a quick question?
no, 36 divided by 9.
Yeah, 36, but that's what you did. That's what you did.
Did some mental maths for the insane.
Hey, man.
Let's go.
Like-
This is a question which I've always
24%
wondered.
of their goals were scored against.
I've always wondered this. Yeah, if you're an Arsenal fan, a Liverpool fan, a City fan,
United
a West
fan.
Ham fan, are you staying? Or United fan? Yeah. Are you staying
Madrid fan.
the whole 2.5 hours, 3 hours? Are you staying and watching the whole segments, or are you only specifically watching your own segment?
real ones watch the
So
whole
I
thing.
want the people here. Are you watching the whole episode? Or are you just watching your own?
Or my team
Or are you
segment.
watching just your own team and then saying "Ma salama"? Are you cutting? That's what I want to know from the 1%.
They don't love you like that. They ain't staying to the end.
Yeah, facts.
Come on, man. 3 hours of Faisal in their ears.
Yeah.
Wallahi,
I don't
it should
blame
be.
them.
Damn.
Wallahi,
I would've
it
listened to me
should be- wallahi,
for 3
it should be a blessing for them.
A privilege.
Should
An
be a-
honor.
An honor.
Yeah, fair enough. That's great. Listen, let's go to the last game. Aston Villa beat Bournemouth 3-1. Areola ball succumbs to Emery.
Oh, Olivier Watkins. It was
The
a
streak is
shelling.
done.
2 assists.
Shelling.
The streak, unfortunately for Andon, is done. Like he went on a good streak. Oh, by the way, can we just give him a round of applause? Last month.
I need to know for who.
You want man of the
Oh, you
month?
managed well.
Well done.
For Anthony.
Once again, Faisal jumping up
Anthony.
and down for the audio listeners.
Huh?
Huh?
Whoa.
Go on.
You better take that. But that's crazy.
Yeah,
No,
he-
I'm
his
just-
streak
I'm
has
just-
stopped. I
I'm
think.
explaining to the audio listeners that Faisal's jumping
What were you
up
saying
and
about
down.
Watkins' performance though?
Oh, he was amazing. He was amazing, bro. Shame he couldn't get. He was desperate. I remember watching the game. He was desperate for a goal, but getting 2 assists is not that bad.
No,
I'll say that.
no, absolutely.
He's so incredible.
Yeah, but even his off the ball movements, him carrying the ball, he's got a trickery with him. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like as well with him, Bailey and Diaby have a very good understanding now.
Absolutely.
I think the patterns are played, the way they read each other's
Absolutely.
runs, when to play
Roger
that
scored a nice
pass.
score as well.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, that was a nice goal.
Roger scored a
Roof of
nice
the
goal
net.
as well. Lovely finish.
Middlesbrough legend, that.
Beautiful. But that second goal, yeah, that Watkins, the vision to slot it through and find what's the
Bailly,
The third goal, you mean?
Diaby.
Oh, the second goal was Diaby, yeah.
Diaby. What a pass. No, I feel like you can only look at maybe how many strikers in the Premier League can do that. Return, receive it, progress with it, and find the pass through the middle between 3 defenders and actually delivery.
Erling Haaland.
Nico Jackson.
Jackson could have, yeah.
Got you.
You know, there's more chance of Jackson doing it than Haaland as well. That's the worst thing.
Jesus can do that pass. That
Isak.
way. Isak could, yeah.
Uh,
Ivan Tony.
Yeah,
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 absolutely, of
easy.
course.
I have could do it easier.
Of course.
I can tell you someone that can definitely not.
Don't.
Mikel Antonio. He definitely can't find
Why,
that
why
pass.
did you turn your nose up at Ivan Tony?
I don't believe he could have made that pass.
Yeah, you're up.
Ivan Tony can't make that pass.
well, come
Well, I don't understand.
Ivan Tony can't make that pass.
I don't think
I
so.
knew he was going to say it as well.
Bro,
Just,
you know how
uh,
stupid you got. It's like Ivan Tony's
You've had a
best bag
nightmare
is
today, haven't you?
creativity.
Nightmare.
He can score and he can
Nightmare
find a
today.
pass.
No. I've honestly, brother.
What's Ivan Tony good at then?
I'll be real, brother.
Just scoring goals apparently for him.
Let's be real. Watkins this season, what he's done, bro. This is not Ivan Tony.
No. His season this year is now. I can say now is better than Tony's
He's the
season
top,
last year.
top assist of this season.
Like
as well.
even though Tony dropped a mad mixtape last year, Watkins I think now has outshone that this
Okay,
season.
can I ask you a question then?
Do you agree, Stars?
No, I'm with you.
Can I ask you guys a question then?
Of course you can, bro.
The best version of Ivan Tony and the best version and Ollie Watkins.
Give me the best version of Ivan Tony.
Give me the best version of
I'm
Ivan
taking
Tony.
still.
Oh really?
Watkins is having a. I can't.
Interesting.
I've been seeing a lot more Tony disrespect as well. By the way, I've been seeing
Yeah,
it
yeah,
resurface
yeah.
a lot more now. But like, as if we
But
don't
let's
know
not
what
forget
that
what
man
Tony
did.
was doing last
Do you know
season
what I'm
and the
saying?
season before, bro.
On a
Like,
mad
Tony was
team.
the guy.
Remember as well, Tony was going to be on that plane if he didn't get caught.
Tony was
If he
gonna
didn't
get
get back.
He wanted him at Madrid.
I've got a very good question.
Do you remember that when Faisal wanted Ivan Tony at Madrid?
I've got
Remember
a very
that?
good question now. I've got a very good question now. A very, very great question now.
Did you ever say you'd want Ivan Tony at Madrid?
Hold on, let me ask my question.
learn.
This guy, man.
Sorry, bro, you
Let
just
me
asked the question now.
Let me ask you my question.
I just wanted to
One
ask.
quick question before we end it.
That ain't my
Before we
question.
end.
Before we end.
Is that my question?
Let's
That ain't
say,
my question.
let's say
ain't our
semi-final.
question.
Let's say
That ain't our question. No.
Sorry. Go for it. I'm sorry.
Get
man.
cut out. Go on.
Nah, that was having a good cut.
Enjoy the editing, bro.
Yeah.
Semi-final
Going to shit right now.
against Spain.
Go on.
Against Spain. Euros. Against Spain. Harry Kane picks up a knock.
Give me Iguodala.
He's gone.
Harry Kane picks up a knock. Who is Gareth Southgate starting as a number 9?
Ivan Toney.
Ivan Toney.
Yeah,
Ivan Toney.
yeah, love you, man.
If you're looking for a different kind of
Right now,
striker,
you'd say Watkins, but it's Ivan Toney, bro.
Brother.
That's my leg, bro.
FaZe, do you know what? As mad as it sounds, did you not watch the international friendlies just gone?
But Ivan Toney did a
Yeah,
mad
but-
thing.
Bro,
Brother,
one played
yeah, but-
Belgium, one played Brazil. They
Yeah.
both started, both had games.
Ivan Toney was clear.
Ivan
what-
Toney looked
And-
way more suited for England.
And
than-
what? You're comparing the position of playing Brazil and Belgium. Come on, brother, man.
I'm not. My
Come on,
argument,
brother,
my
man.
argument is they look much more comfortable with Ivan Toney leading the line than they did Ollie Watkins, regardless of the form.
Because the opponent is weaker, Achi. Come on, Ach.
I'm playing Beraldo and
give me one. Yeah,
centre
listen,
back,
let's
bro.
go back to that.
Let's move on, man.
Let's go back to Aston Villa. This is obviously Aston Villa won 3-1. Fair play to them. They are, strengthening their hold on that top 4 spot.
They've got it. No,
I mean, you say that, but then they got 66 points. Tottenham are 6 points behind them. But Tottenham got 2 games in hand. If they win both,
You know what that game is in hand?
Arsenal.
I do hope so. They beat Man City for me.
Yeah.
I'm happy about. Yeah,
But yeah, are you guys Aston Villa still for top 4? Or
yeah.
Tottenham?
Great job, Unai Emery.
Yeah.
Oh, if say for example, if Pep wins the league, yeah, do you think he'll win Manager of the Year, or they'll give it to Unai Emery?
They always give it to Pep.
They will give it to Pep because he won the league. But
But
they
will
should.
Emery finishing top 4?
He should win it.
Who's
Remember last season, Eddie Howe never got it.
No, but
What's
Man City
the-
won the treble, right?
what's the last
forget
time-
the Champions League, but they won the FA
No,
Cup.
but if it's
And
PFA, it's just Prem based though.
When's the last time thing? When's the last time?
Yeah, give it to
When's the last time a team won the Premier League, but they gave the Manager of the Year to a different team? who
Didn't they
win?
give it to Klopp that season when Guardiola won it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
The 21 season. I can check for you. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that.
Because that answers your question. If I think the achievement of Unai finishing 4th, I think is greater than Pep winning the league.
He's climbed in from 7th to 4th. When he took over Aston Villa, he took them from 17th to
Steven
7th.
Gerrard, bro.
That's what I said.
He should have had it last season. That's what I'm saying. It's a better argument last season.
It's a
even.
case, and even this season. Even this
Nah,
season,
this season he's got a great case as well.
finishing 4th.
Oh no, big time. And potentially could win the conference.
Yeah, Klopp won it in 1920, which is obvious. He won it in 21-22. Klopp.
And Pep won the league.
They Pep won the league
First one, like.
because they only won it. Yeah, so
First.
21-22.
And they beat Lille, isn't it?
Lille.
They beat Lille in the quarterfinals. No, Aston Villa.
Oh yeah. Emi Martinez masterclass. But everyone forgot the rules of football.
Happened to Onana today as well.
Exactly. Gave him a yellow card, but he got a yellow card in regular time. But the yellow cards don't come over to penalty shootout.
I never knew that.
I
Neither
never
did
did
I.
as well, I'll be
Neither
honest.
did I.
Even the commentators didn't even know that. It's like, what's going on here? Why is Emi Martinez still on the pitch?
Yeah, I never
I'm
knew
sure FaZe didn't know that, you know.
No, he didn't know that. That's my guy. I called him straight away as soon as that happened.
that.
He said, "Yeah, I got the rule for you." Right here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
He's like, 1 second.
Who's the semi-final? Who's the semi-final against?
Roma. No, not Roma. Sorry. Olympiacos.
Olympiacos, Fiorentina, and someone else.
No, Aston Villa is against Olympiacos.
I can't lie. That's a good route to the final.
What's that coach called? Francesca.
And no,
Francesca,
Something like that,
Francesca, something like that.
Yeah, Olympiacos.
I got if anyone wants to watch Podence ball, he's coming back to Birmingham.
You're talking about Olympiacos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got
It's
Podence,
Jose Luis Mendilibar. That's Olympiacos.
yeah, that's the 5%.
But listen, that was
Francesca.
Aston Villa. They
Yeah,
won 3-1. Bournemouth are kind of
Great match.
I saw
staple.
Francesca recently. That's right.
Yeah, Bournemouth are kind of consistently going to be that 12th, 13th. They're 13th right now. But that is the end of the
But
Premier
shout out
League.
to Bournemouth, man.
Shout out to Bournemouth. Shout out to every other
That run that they had, man. Incredible run.
Yeah. All right, chill out. But listen, let's get into the FPL part of the segment. Let's go check our league, which we all compete in. It's for staff members and obviously members of the pod. Currently, top of the league is Abs Busquets. He is sat on his table
Abs
with
Busquets.
2,075 points. Where does that rank you in the SDS league? Do you know what that is?
Let me have a look. Actually, 335.
Okay, that's still very good though. I'm in 8th Star plays in 11th right now, and El Faze is 13th.
Do you know you're actually a disgrace?
Because I gave
Because you know the way that he speaks about football as if he's holier than thou, and it's just everything comes naturally
He's
to
got
him.
his ethos.
And it's just we should be just blessed to be in his presence of bastion of footballing.
Absolutely,
knowledge.
absolutely.
What utter bollocks that you can't keep up with a bloody game that just
You know
lets
why? You know why? Because I went to Iraq. I went to Iraq and I went to Doha. I was like,
come on, man.
Yeah.
So we
I'm
went
not
to
gonna
Doha.
lie. Let's get into the SDS league. First in SDS league is Bloom, Doom 9. Second is Tej Tyler Turkson. 3 is 4231 Gijan Press Emilio. 4 is Aftersun Demetrius Conte. 5th is Darwin's Game Matthew Novakowski. 6th is Wataru Doing. 7th is Shiver Me Timbers by Yajat Dev. 8th is Channel 4 Mejiburi Rishi Sekaran. 9 is Abs XI with Abdullah Umar. And 10 is Pepe's Bodega William Sundelius.
Some guys are on 2.2k. They're even mad.
That's grass, isn't it? And as always, guys, if you win the FPL, you get to choose either £500 or you can appear on an episode of SDS and you get to choose the table you want to be on.
You can just have abs for yourself on the table.
No,
exactly,
no.
man. You can have a table of
Neutral
abs, you
stars
can have
is there.
Faisal on the table, you can even have star player.
And you can also pick the host.
Exactly.
Whether you want Sharky hosting or Hasib hosting.
That'll be-
Or if you would like to, you might be able to host yourself.
Yeah,
No.
He's the chill there.
I can't, yo, I can't lie. Would you, if you man were SDS audience, would you man pick the money, the cash prize, or would you guys come in? Like, which one you?
I don't know
which
what that
you
was, but
That was good English at the end.
yeah.
Basically, what he's asking is, which one out of the two would you choose?
I'll pick
Five bills.
I'll pick 5 bills.
Or you want to sit on the table with us, man?
I'll pick 5 bills.
What? Taking the 5 bills and I'm cutting? Are you mad?
But-
Hey, if they picked you on the table, would you sit down and be like, you should
no,
have 5 bills, bro?
I would tell them. No, you should have been the 5 bills.
No,
Nah, I'm joking. I'll talk more.
you got to
with them,
look at it. You got to look at them. They're just normal people that look at Faisal as a superstar,
Yeah.
Abs as a superstar. They're gonna be like, yo, I've been watching you guys for 2-3 years.
Look at that. They're
me
built.
jump them on the
They're
table.
built like superstars as well.
And they look at stars and they call them the SDS GOAT.
Exactly.
I do appreciate that, but
Exactly, man. Thank you once again for tuning in to the PR Roundup. As always, it's coming out Monday. I'm going to release a list of the watch-alongs that we're going to do for the rest of the week. Tuesday, we should look at probably an Arsenal-Chelsea. Wednesday, we should probably do an Everton-Liverpool. Thursday, should we do a Brighton City? Sunday, should we do the North London Derby? Let us know in the comments down below what watch-alongs you want to see. And the next PR Roundup will be on Thursday night, or that we were going to record, so it's going to come out on Friday. Thank you again. See you next time.